Check 1 2 1 2, bitch.
Oh my God!
And I've been waiting, baby.
Oh, motherfuckers. Welcome to episode 166 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. This is your boy Buzz B.
Give me a hell yeah! Give me a hell yeah!
Nothing went according to plan.
Give me a hell yeah!
And over here is your boy JC No Hats.
And Martine.
Yo, what the fuck is up, man?
What the fuck is up?
My voice is back.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, it is.
Yep.
Welcome back. Welcome back. My voice was nearly gone yesterday.
Shit.
But we get to that later. Ah, shit. Anyway, how's y'all weekend? Well, I already know how me and Martine's weekend was. How was your weekend?
My whole week was fantastic.
That's nice.
Like, I want to give it up to hip hop all week. Everything I saw related to hip hop this week is just phenomenal.
It was. Yes,
Movies, TV, music,
Everything.
everything a part of the
it was.
culture.
Like, we were
was
just
great.
talking about it. Like, we was talking about it last week. Like, man, music needs to drop. And then someone just kicked the door in, like, ah!
Asking you shall receive.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of shit
Shit.
just like, you know, it all started once we stopped recording.
Yeah.
From that point, everything literally just kept dropping, and I was just like, wow, this is a great fucking week in entertainment.
For
Yeah,
real.
seriously.
So, what do you want to start? Netflix?
I mean, that's really what started everything off.
Oh, yeah. Aaron Hernandez. Motherfucking Aaron
man.
fucking Hernandez. Get the gunshots. Gunshots. It's only bad.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Somebody did this.
Yeah, we know who did this.
We
Yeah.
know.
Oh, we know.
We know.
We know.
We know. So, that documentary, what's it called? Inside of a Killer Mind?
Killer inside
Killer-
the mind of Aaron Hernandez.
I mean, it's exactly what you think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Netflix, man. They ever since Disney Plus came, ever since Disney Plus showed up, Netflix was like, we will not go quietly into the night.
I gotta give it to them because now they're starting to, like I said, to fight that fight, they had to find a niche. And I think they found their niche now.
They probably had this in the tuck.
No,
They
no,
knew.
but it's not just this. It's just crime thrillers in general. I think
Documentaries.
in documentary form. Like, I think they found their niche moving forward with this because it's not just this immediate documentary.
Mm-hmm.
It's everything else moving forward that has to do with crime thrillers, suspense.
But they've
all
always
that.
kind of had that,
okay.
though.
No, they have, but it's
Now
They
they
didn't
really
focus on it, and now it
Yeah.
seems like that's where they're headed.
Right.
Yeah, but this shit right here, I've known about the Aaron Hernandez story. I never really got into like the whole. I never really went into deep dive of what exactly went down and how he was found guilty. But when they went like deep sea diving into this shit. I was like, this nigga crazy.
I don't know how much you guys paid attention to the actual what went on for those few days once it was announced that his name was attached to this.
I vaguely remember.
Oh, nah.
Because I remember it
Vaguely.
so in depth because, number one, my brother and I were moving out of our place in Daly City. So it was literally like one of those things where it's like, yo, just turn the cable off at the very last, like when we have to leave the actual apartment, that's when you turn the cable off.
Yeah,
we
that's
gotta pay
smart.
attention.
That's smart.
Oh, wait, so you're talking about like when this originally happened?
when all
okay,
originally happened.
Yeah, okay, I remember.
Because I remember that
shit,
for
yeah.
that reason. But then the second reason I remember it was because it was my first month with the Raiders.
Oh, damn.
So this was the
shit.
talk. Like once we got to training camp, this is all what we were talking about.
Yeah,
That's what
I can
everyone was
imagine.
talking about. Damn. So I just remember, like, I was like, damn, he killed somebody? Oh, okay. I thought maybe it was just an accident. Maybe he ran somebody over.
No.
I don't know what was more. I was still stuck on this. This motherfucker, he was at a club. Dude spilled a drink on him by accident. Said, my bad. Just looked at him. Didn't say much. Got in the car with his boy.
No, before he even did that, went and took pictures with fans.
Oh, yeah.
Had more drinks.
Yep.
Had more drinks. Just enjoyed his night. I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna go enjoy my night. This thinking about all that. Just thinking of all of that shit. Went and enjoyed his night. Got in the car with this boy. Went at a stoplight. Saw them dudes. Took out his gun and just went.
Into the car.
Yeah.
Into the car. Like, that shit's wild.
No. He should have put I've been waiting because he was waiting to do it.
And I've been waiting, baby.
That's what he did and drove off. And then on top of
it's not funny
but
because of the victims. But I will say this. I did chuckle at the fact that when he put the gun out the first time, he said, "What's up, niggas?" and nobody looked at him.
Sup, nigga?
And
What?
everybody just ignored him like,
What the fuck? Nah, roll it down. What's up, nigga?
yeah, like it was like like I did chuckle at that a little bit like, damn, he didn't give him the respect. Let him get off on the first attempt. Had to do a second take.
You gotta put some bass in his voice.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? No, that's not how you do it. Sup, niggas?
Yeah.
No, and then after that, you stash the fucking vehicle at your cousin's house, and then and then the next day you go and sign a contract extension.
Nah, it was a month later.
It was a month later. They said it was like a day later.
No. This took place in June, and he did the extension in July.
Okay, they made it look. I thought it was like literally the next day.
No.
I was stuck on that.
It was a month later.
Still, he went back to practice. He still went back to practice the next day.
Yeah, no. Shit's still wild. However you trying to spin it.
Definitely.
Yeah. And I was just like, hold up. What? You went back to practice the next day? It was like, what
kind of shit is that?
Somebody did this.
Yeah, we know, fam. Mr. Captain Boogie, obvious. But, and then it was just crazy. The whole documentary was just, first off, it was greatly done.
Yeah, shouts out to the
Netflix.
production crew that did that. I like how the first 10 to 15 minutes, it was just his conversations with the family members.
Yeah, they got all the
So it was-
recordings of his
yeah.
phone conversations.
Like, that was very interesting. I mean, we saw him get really excited about football, but that motherfucker was way too more excited for Harry Potter's.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Harry Potter's the
Like,
shit, bro.
he was-
He wanted his Harry
He was
Potter.
turned up for Harry Potter.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Harry Potter, man. Harry Potter's one of the greatest movies and books of all time.
No, it's nothing wrong with it, but you
For a killer.
get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
He was really, like, on that shit.
Yeah, like-
he wanted that shit.
you know what I'm saying? He could have read, 48 Laws of Power.
Nah, Expecto Patronum, my nigga.
He could have read Machiavelli. He could have read a whole but it was just Harry Potter.
He man, just give me them Harry Potter books, bro.
Yeah. But I think that was also a testament to just, again, how we view athletes in general, particularly in the NFL.
Yeah.
He was 23 when he went in.
Oh, damn, he was young. I forgot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he
Forget
was
about
23. He was our age.
And I remember watching him play for the Patriots. I remember it reminded me, like, oh yeah, they drafted him and Gronk at the same time.
Yeah.
And Belichick made a game plan making both tight ends play, and they were literally a threat.
Yeah.
Went to the Super Bowl, lost it to the Giants, but they were literally a threat, and it was just like, that's fucking wild to think about.
Well, somebody also brought up the fact that all of Brady's slope downhill can really be traced back to this too. The whole point of having the two tight ends was to help get Brady to appear younger again.
Yeah.
And take less of the brunt.
Right.
So, in a way, this kind of started his downhill slope as well.
Yeah. That's what it began.
Right. Now, even though they won the 2 Super Bowls afterwards, it's just, it's the long-term effect.
Yeah, the bigger picture.
Yeah, the bigger picture in that.
That scene where fucking Robert Kraft goes into the courtroom and doesn't make eye contact with him, that was low-key kind of chilling. I was like, shit, this is intense.
Well, I mean, think about it, bro. If you're in that situation, right, and someone that you know, like, let alone someone that you're paying and shit like that.
Yeah, you look
but just
at
someone
him
that you know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, how can you look at that person
With a dead
the same
with
way?
a
Like, it's
straight-
not possible.
No, Aaron Hernandez literally looked him dead in the eye and said, "No, I didn't do it." Like, really, just chill about it. Just chill
Well,
about
that part
everything,
too, man.
He was
That part
chill
too.
about everything. Like, he was like, you know who he reminded me of? Oh boy, from Breaking Bad, Todd.
Oh, yeah.
He reminded me of Todd.
Yeah, you just kill somebody like, oh, yeah, my uncle said, you got to hide the stuff. And, yeah, she kind of came in at the wrong time. Had to do it.
Now, imagine how
you
he-
want some beans?
Yeah, man, I killed them. Yeah, them guys spilled drinks on me, but I was kind of mad about it. I was kind of contemplating it, and after that, saw him there, and I was like, I'm gonna kill him. So I shot him.
Had a cheeseburger after.
Had some nachos.
Yeah, like it's like nonchalant.
That's how he was. But we never understood why he killed the other dude. We never understood
Odin Lloyd.
Odin Lloyd. We never got why he killed him.
Yeah, there's
speculation.
It's still speculation. It's still up for debate. I mean, nobody will
know now.
Yeah,
but
I was really taken aback just by his upbringing.
Yeah, that was.
I did not know his dad was, even though he wasn't this big professional. I did not know his dad was that type of caliber within Connecticut.
Right.
I did not know that he was there. I know about his older brother playing and then being at Connecticut.
I didn't know he was that respected.
Yeah, I didn't know any of that, and then I didn't know what his mom did.
That shit took me by surprise.
That's some file ass shit.
Because there was a lot of people. I remember when the story came out that there was a lot of people thinking, he was in a gang before he got to the NFL. This and that. Like I was one of the few that kind of knew his story in terms of his dad dying.
Yeah.
And then him kind of switched and
Yeah, because his life changed.
Yeah, that's when I followed Florida in 2018 to kind of get a glimpse into the key players there.
Right.
But I did not know that about his mom.
Mom was out
snatching his cousin's husband 3 months after the funeral.
Yeah,
this motherfucker making eggs and bacon in his drawers.
Some Marvin shit
in his house. Yeah,
some Marvin baby boy shit.
Melvin,
some baby boy shit. Like the
seriously.
fuck. And she was all cool about it too. Just cool about it.
But just hearing him talk to her, and it was just like, you fucked my life up.
No,
you fucked my life.
Probably
just
you saw old boy in the courtroom with that look on his face, just like, yeah, I fucked her.
Yeah,
that's what he looked like. But yeah, it's like, yeah, you fucked my life up. He kept saying on the phone, you fucked me up. You did this to me. And then talking to this girl, and this girl's like, this girl's even crazier because the dude he killed, that was his girlfriend's sister's boyfriend.
Yeah,
yeah, and she stood by his side. I was like, that was a whole story in itself. And there was another thing that happened. Oh, when he tried to kill old boy in the backseat of his car, that shit was funny.
His drug dealer who started off as his drug dealer.
Yeah, and then they were at him at a club and he was paranoid and old boy said like, yeah, it was like those dudes are cops. He's like, why are they looking at me? He's like, probably because of that stupid shit you did in Florida. And then, stood away from him.
Boston.
And Boston. That's that stupid shit you did in Boston.
Yeah. There was a bunch of stupid shit he did in Florida altogether.
A whole bunch of stupid shit.
I mean, the first night he gets there, he goes to a fucking bar with Tim Tebow when he's not supposed to be there because he's like 17.
Right.
Yeah.
And the guy just wants him to pay his bill, and he fucking rings his ear.
Punches him in the ear.
Yeah, it's just wild, man.
No, but back to the old boy. So old boy was all going like, so he's like, yeah, I pass out, and I wake up, and old boy and Aaron's looking at me and shoots me.
Yeah,
and pushes him out the car, thinking he killed him, but nah, he cool. He could have snitched on him, but he was like, nah, I'm a gangster, a real gangster.
Yeah, Alexander Bradley was his name. Yeah.
He was like, oh, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. He took the stand to go against him and then called him up. I'm still laughing. That shit's funny. Called him up. Like, what's up? Who is this? Nigga, you know who this is.
Yeah. Hit him with that AC Collins.
AC
you know who I am, goddammit?
You know who I am, goddammit? What movie was that from?
No, it ain't from movie. That's what happened with OJ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ain't no movie.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened when motherfucker was on the road.
Yeah. You know who I am, goddammit? Like, yeah. And then Aaron Hernandez was like, fuck that. I ain't gonna die. No. So he put up
what ended up being his ultimate demise was what he felt he had to do to save his ass in the first place.
The first thing he did, he tried to ask Belichick for a trade. Belichick said, no. Go find some place, nigger. Go party somewhere. So the Patriots put him in an apartment. Some other
which was wild to me.
Yeah, that shit was weird, dude. Yeah. Like, they're gonna put him in an apartment, like just a regular ass apartment, like
far away from his house.
What?
Like
I was like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what? How does that make sense?
Yeah. That sounds very Patriots.
Sounds very stupid, but anyway.
That too. But they saw him as, hey, nigga, we need you. The fuck? We can't trade you. So, yeah. So, after that, this motherfucker goes and installs, like you said, that was to his demise, security cameras all throughout his house. Because he thought old boy was coming for him, which he was.
Right.
And then that's what led when he shot old boy, like, what's his name? Odin? That's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Odin Lloyd, when he shot him, they showed the footage of him walking into the house with the gun in his hand.
kind of shit is that?
Hey, yo, but shouts out to his girl who said that. I don't know what that. It looks like a
it's like
black
a blob.
blob.
Look like a big blob.
Like, what the fuck? All right. I see you. I fuck with you.
And then on top of that, what else did he have in there? The gun shells were still in the rental car. He
With
returned
the fucking bubblicious gum.
The blue bubblicious.
Yeah.
At the crime scene, there was a fucking blunt.
Yeah.
Like, bruh.
Almost half smoked. He smoked that shit like a cigarette and threw it out.
Nigga killed him in some bread 11s. Like, when you really think about it, he wore some bread 11s to murder this man.
The fact he didn't,
I'm a shoe freak, bro. Those are not bread 11s, but they were 11s though.
and then
so you are on the right path.
And then of course his mother figure, like his cousin. I keep bringing her up because she was the one that was ride or die. She didn't say nada. Even if it was time to go because she knew she was gonna die anyway.
Yeah, she had cancer.
She had breast cancer.
Yeah.
But the way she was telling Aaron, like, I'm gonna be okay. But in reality, she knew she was gonna die. So she was just like, I ain't saying shit. Even if you don't say nothing, you're gonna be in contempt. I don't care. And just put her ass in jail. and then that's how they found the fucking car. When they did that reveal of the car in her car, I was like, what's wrong with this car? I was like, oh yeah, that goes all the way back a few months back in 2012 when he killed these two. I was like, hold up.
What kind of shit is that?
And went to the next episode.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then the whole CTE shit, I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted on that shit because I know he was fucked up, but he knew what the fuck he was doing.
Look,
he was
man.
a sociopath.
So this is my thing when it comes to the
Yeah, I
CTE.
agree with you, but I don't know. I think there's a lot more to it than just him being a sociopath.
He was crazy.
No, this is where I stand on it, and I want to preface it by saying I do not excuse his actions
At all.
Oh no,
He ultimately he made his decisions. He chose to do what he did.
Yep.
That's completely understandable. What they did not highlight and what they just showed for like 15 seconds at the end perfectly describes this chain of events that leads up. When his brother DJ is on the show and they bring up the excerpt of him in the book saying that he believes Aaron was molested as a child.
Yeah, it was really quick. Very quick.
Very, very quick. Now, that's a very traumatizing situation. Mm-hmm. Add that in with a father who is strictly, there's no questions asked. A man is a man, a woman's a woman, because they brought that up. He was when he wanted to dress like the cheerleader.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was some swinging from his father on him. I mean, he did it with his wife.
Yeah, he probably wrote them too.
So,
yeah, I can see that.
So factor that in. Okay.
I'll sing a song, Martine, but we'll get to that later.
So factor all of that in before you even. That's a hell of a lot of trauma to have before you even get to CTE.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for me, it's not as easy as, well, yeah, he had CTE, but he knew better. Mm. To me, that's a situation of I have all this trauma, but I don't know how to communicate it to people. So now I'm going to hold it in.
And he was calm.
So now you factor in CTE where that's affecting portions of your brain for decision making.
And don't forget, he knew how to catch a ball. He knew how to do all that shit.
Right, but that's motor skills.
Yeah.
This is the part of his brain.
Bro.
The part of his brain that was affected was his decision making, not his motor skills.
Yeah.
So the decision making that has a lot to do with that. Where you keep that pain in for so long to when you do lash out, yeah, it's very over the top.
Right.
Now it's very understandable how you go from a spilled drink to, no, I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
You have so much trauma built in from people that actually did you harm to now when it gets released, for all intents and purposes, shit, when he releases it, he sees all of it in front of being played in front of him. Mm-hmm. Right. So again, I'm not excusing it. It just helps me understand that type of mind frame at that point.
Well, for sure. I agree with you on that one. It was just wild seeing it all go down. It was
that's the part that struck me.
It was one of those like, well, that's
see the timeline.
That's another wrinkle in the Patriots' history. Like shit.
I mean, I felt they could have went more in with the sisters too.
I think they
stopped.
I think because they didn't have enough. They should have had the sisters, but old girl wasn't going to be on that shit.
Well, it's not even that. It's just they kind of would only give you like bits and pieces of it. But that was a very that played a good factor when all this was going down in real time.
And plus, and she had the this would be a good ass American crime story for FX.
Oh no, it would just be a perfect series.
That's
just in general.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, on ID, the ID channel, they're right now, as of we're talking right now.
Oh, it's on now? Oh,
they're
fuck.
doing the 2-parter. So they're starting that now, and then the second part comes on tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Oh.
So, I mean, there's...
ID's channel.
They're analyzing this shit.
Is ID channel the new Core TV now?
It might be.
Should be. Basically is. I mean,
Makes sense.
yeah.
I should watch that. I need to watch that.
My thought process is that I cannot wait until 30 for 30 gets to the 2008 Florida Gators.
Shit.
That fucking 30 for 30 is going to be nuts because it wasn't just them that were on the team. It's Riley Cooper,
Man.
Percy Harvin, who was it? The twins on defense. The one he was actually talking to about the strippers.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, the twins were there. There's a hell of a lot of other players. I think Janoris Jenkins was on the team.
Damn. Was
They
it?
were a loaded team.
Tebow.
And then obviously Tebow,
Yeah.
Urban Meyer, like just
Yeah,
them
they were
alone, like
loaded.
man.
Yeah, no, it was loaded up and down.
Shit.
So that I'm very interested in
It was
seeing how that plays
another
out.
scene when they showed all the Patriots players and they talked to fucking when they tried showing the scenes of Garoppolo when he was with his family and they and then the fucking interview kept trying to ask about Aaron
Gronk.
Hernandez. Gronk, yeah. They kept trying to ask about Aaron Hernandez, and that was the only time he wasn't smiling. He just said, "Next question."
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Gronk. Let's talk about it. It's like next, and then he tried to talk to his dad about it, and he's like, "You know what? I'll leave." He's like, "Okay, don't leave." Like he's all laughing about it. Like, nigga, that was his teammate.
Like, bro,
Yeah.
that's a sore subject. You don't fucking bring that shit up.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
could tell there was pain in his eyes in a way. Like,
Yeah,
dude,
like,
what-
dude, that was. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they got drafted together. You know what I mean? They probably like bunked together. You know what I'm saying?
They were
Whatever.
friends.
Like they were probably like as close as brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And then
to
you
go
find
bring
out
that
this-
shit up. Come
and
on, bro.
knowing this dude was scoring touchdowns and shooting niggas. Who knows? That's the thing. If he would have got rid of the fucking surveillance footage, he probably would have been scot free. They
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have had nothing on him.
Yeah.
And he probably would have
mean,
killed
it's
his
a
wife.
possibility, yeah.
Probably would have killed his wife.
I mean, the only thing they could have was circumstantial evidence is the fact that
Huh?
he has a blunt.
Why?
Wait, whoa, time out. Why would he have killed his wife?
You never know. You never know how that anger he had. You just
That's true, though. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean,
the-
yeah, you could take it to that level, but realistically,
Take it to that level?
No,
You
listen,
thought-
no, hear me out. With all the shit that was going on in his life, she literally she's stuck by him. It's hard to imagine, you know what I mean?
hard.
Like a scenario where it would have flipped on her. You know what I
but
mean?
I'm saying, play devil's advocate. I agree with him, and not that being that would have been a scenario. No, but it's not too unfathomable to have it play out.
no. Yeah.
Where, years
knows?
down the road, they get into an argument, and she's like, "Oh, like what you did to Odin."
and then
he, like, flips
the
out.
Kill Bill
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
happens.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I get you.
Or Gigi's hair.
I mean, shit. All we gotta look at is Chris Benoit.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's. I mean, shit, you want to talk about CTE?
You got a
Nigga,
point.
he had C, T, E, F, G, H, I, J,
Yeah.
K, L, M, N, O, P. Oh, shit. Man. Yeah, that's mean. But
No, but it's the truth.
I know.
But it is, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
think about it, bro. His fucking special move
was the headbutt.
was probably causing his.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I am
it was
calling
real.
CT all the way. First of all, the man went into the jail and was like, I love
like
my cell.
training camp.
I love my cell. You know, it's
shit,
perfect.
that
Sometimes I
was
just
so
like stand
crazy.
by the wall and just look at how perfect
I was
it
looking
is.
at
I'm
it as
like,
training camp. What?
That's crazy.
You gonna send me my Harry Potter books though? They're like, what? That's Todd.
and then I also thought it was funny when the warden was like, we come in here thinking, we got to protect Aaron from the population, not realizing we got to protect the inmates from Aaron.
On some fucking Watchmen shit.
Yeah. You're going to learn. I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me.
But he's calm about it. You're in here with me, so.
No, it didn't sound like he was calm when he whooped dude's ass, though.
Yeah.
Just remember when he was on the phone with
He
his
was
fiance.
shaking.
Yeah.
He was shaking. I
Yeah.
know. Another thing, the gay shit. What y'all takes on the gay shit?
So,
I don't know, man. Like,
I thought that wasn't needed, to be honest.
personally, I don't know if it was needed or not,
Or the fucking
whatever,
quarterback.
right? I just don't know how real that was. It looked.
It's
I mean, I don't really know, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit looked like it was
fake.
to an extent, yes. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
it kinda felt like
at the
they were
very end,
clout chasing.
They
Those two
did
different-
mention that he was bisexual, so I mean, it could have been that,
Either
but
way.
then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it just seemed like it was pushed too far, pretty much
they
in my
kept,
mind.
They kept extending on that gay
Yeah.
shit. I mean, it was like, whatever. And then, who else did they talk to? A former Niner was in there. What's his name?
Chris Borland.
Chris Boland, yeah. To talk about why he left the NFL, which, he had every reason to. That's why I stopped playing football, because of that shit. I mean, I didn't get CTE, but I saw all the shit going on. I'm like, I want my brain cells. So,
No.
I felt like with the homosexual aspect, the first time I saw it, because I watched this docuseries twice. So the first time I watched it, it was literally like, jaw dropping, like, oh, okay, shit, well, all right. Because remember, that was the rumor
I remember the
beforehand
yeah.
with the fucking,
Yeah.
the radio personality bitch. And I still call her a bitch because of what she did.
What did she do?
When she outed him 2
Yeah.
days before he killed himself.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
She did it on the radio. That was a live
I did not know
radio
that.
pub. Yeah, she got pissed off because he beat the case. The second one. Mm-hmm. She got pissed off that he beat it, so she went out and was like, well, the rumor is, he was a tight end before he was a tight end.
Wow. And then that's what drove, that's what drove to kill himself. There's way.
Well,
I don't think we don't know.
Well,
but
we don't know what actually drove
Right.
him to kill himself because there was like that where you beat the case type shit, abatement or whatever, you know what I mean? So,
but it was just a simple fact. It
we
was
don't know
like,
what it was,
who the
but that
fuck
was part
are
of
you?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like, it
wrong.
doesn't matter if you like. I'm not here to defend Aaron Hernandez in any way.
Make sure you say that.
But at the same time, who the fuck are you?
To say that.
Yeah, seriously.
If he was
Like,
a
he
bot-
kept that shit under wraps.
Yeah.
You respect anybody else who does the exact same thing. Why wouldn't you
And
do
the
that
thing
for
is
him?
about
Because
the
he's
gay shit is like, you
got
just-
CTE
people-
or you
Right.
fucking,
And it was
you've
so-
done some crazy shit. Like, that's wild, bro.
And it was
That
so
don't even make
wild
sense.
how they was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound like Aaron. I don't think he'll do that." I'm like, "What do you mean you don't?" We just did the whole documentary how he just killed everybody and shit, and you're like, "That don't sound like him." I'm like, "Dude, you don't know what this motherfucker was doing. Who knows what else?"
But see, that's the thing. That was all footage of cats when they were saying when they first heard about everything.
Yeah.
Which was that doesn't sound like him, but that's basically been that was his life.
Yeah,
It was literally Jekyll and Hyde.
Listen,
Literally.
man, with all this Aaron Hernandez shit, right, and the documentary doing so well, I really hope to God they don't find nothing about Marvin Harrison, but I hope to God they say something about Marvin Harrison. I want to see that.
I'll be a man. I'll be a gangster.
Like-
I'll be a gangster.
Harvin Marison.
Harvey Harrison?
Yeah. Marvin Harrison.
That's
exactly.
on you. You gonna get that
Yeah.
phone call from him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
He gonna call you. Yo, who is this? Nigga, you know who this is. You said my name. Because that shit
Nah,
like
but
Beetlejuice.
real shit. You know what I'm saying, though,
Yeah.
bro. Like, I don't want to see nothing,
Yeah.
but I want to see something. You know what I mean?
You want to see Candyman?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said his name 3 times.
Look in the mirror, that nigga gonna jump out like a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shit.
if you Peyton Manning,
Yeah, for those who don't understand, you just look up while we say Harvin
just
Marison.
look that up. We can say, yeah.
No, the quarterback though, like okay, so when I first saw that, it was like, oh, okay, well, makes sense considering what we heard. The
Right.
second time though watching it, I was thinking
saw
how
it.
you guys were thinking, where it was like, this shit seems way too.
He seems way too open, like way too like expressive of this, like it's
Yeah, and then when I had a chance to replay when they did the flashbacks to the pictures, I'm like, they're only showing 2 pictures of them.
yeah.
You would think, like, guys, and then what made it even more weird was, like, when they first opened up, it was like, so me and Aaron, like, when we met, it was like, we're like twins. And I'm like,
What kind of shit is that?
yeah, so when I played that shit back, I'm like, so you fucked your twin.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying. Like,
Ugh.
yeah.
That's insane.
And then his dad seemed to be.
so open about it.
Well, not even that. He was so against. You could tell he was like
Right.
against like the gay stuff. And then when he was hearing, it almost seemed like he felt uncomfortable-ish. Like, nah, bro, you so full of shit right now.
Yeah. I don't know, it was just that aspect where it
That
was
shit
like,
was just like,
the lineman himself, I feel like the lineman added a good perspective, but I felt like it was a perspective where it was like, he was only there to add on to it because of what got played from the beginning with the quarterback and his dad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I felt like the defensive lineman or the offensive lineman, he provided some great insight. I didn't know what a beard was.
Me either.
Yeah.
So I learned
it
that.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew what the process was to hide, but I didn't know there was an actual term for it.
Right.
Yeah.
So, in that aspect, I did learn a lot. It was just overall, it was like, I thought they were going to, show like, yeah, so when I met Aaron, I could tell right off the bat.
That you gay.
Yeah.
I mean,
but it was
yeah.
like, there wasn't none of that. It was like,
when you look at that QB, he
okay.
did look kind of fruity.
we don't want to say fruity.
Okay. He did look kind of
Because I think that's a misconception, too, is that you fell into what they were saying during the documentary, which
it was just that Dave Chappelle shit. All I know about him is that he was gay. Gay. That's how everyone on Twitter is looking at this documentary. They're focusing only on that part, the gay part.
Yeah.
But this motherfucker that killed people
Like,
and shit.
there was a lot more to it.
Yeah, a lot more.
than just that.
But I'm talking about specifically the quarterback, and I think more shit came out saying that kind of disproving what that quarterback been saying and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to me, I don't believe them niggas.
Twitter's doing its
It's
investigation as usual.
of course,
Right.
Yeah.
But other than that, this documentary was just it was a round of applause from Netflix.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. It was very informative.
Informative. See, Netflix.
It was good. Like, I'll be honest, man. Like, just
Hey, I'm telling you, ever since-
entertainment wise, like I've been talking about this shit since I seen it.
See, ever since
To other people
I'm
and
telling
shit.
you, ever since Disney Plus was coming, Netflix said, "Get to work."
Yeah.
Make up some shit. Make up some shit.
Yeah. I mean, and then, so this...
Hold on.
So this happens, and then I think a day later, that's when we find out that Luke Kuechly retires after 7 years with the CTE aspect.
I think it was 9 years. I think it was 9 years. Because he played the same as Willis.
Wasn't that
like
7?
literally, their numbers are identical.
Talking about the Panthers.
9 years.
You talking about the Panthers player, right?
Yeah. So he officially retired after having 8 concussions in 9 years,
some shit like that. Yeah,
some wild shit.
Damn. So Andrew Luck, and then how old was Andrew Luck when he retired?
I don't even think he played 9 years.
27 or something.
27. Shit.
Like, he wasn't old at all.
Yeah, he just kept getting hurt though. I mean, let alone the head injury shit.
30.
He was always hurt.
30.
And now, how old was Luke Kuechly?
Kuechly, I think he was
28
or 29 or something like that.
Some shit, yeah.
To me, that's the way to go.
Yeah, it is.
Play long enough to try to get the second contract.
Yeah.
And after you get that guaranteed money, play a season or 2 seasons, see how it goes, and after that, get the fuck out of Dodge.
Get the fuck out and watch on your couch.
Yeah.
Safety.
Got that, and then, Drew Rosenhaus decided to walk away from Antonio Brown. We suspect got stage 4 CTE.
That nigga he needs help. That's pretty much what he said. He said, you need help, bro.
Yeah. He left him on a conditional situation where he's like I'm not going to do this unless you're going to get help. And somebody had the audacity to get mad at Drew Rosenhaus.
Why?
Because they were like, well, why would you make this public? And then somebody brought up a good point. They're like, because Antonio Brown has made everything he's done with any of them public.
Yeah.
Like, seriously. If you go back to the John Gruden footage, the conversations with Drew Rosenhaus, that got made public.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown's background is anybody that comes in contact with him or, talks to him text message, those messages end up becoming public.
Yep.
He'll put it on social media.
Yeah, so it could become a situation where it's like, I'm making this public because I don't want there to be any questions about it. But I've tried.
That nigga legit has CTE. Like, he legit has it.
We just say legit, but it's not necessarily legit.
When they were saying what the symptoms were, and when on the Aaron Hernandez, they talked about what the symptoms were, and as soon as they were breaking down what the symptoms were for this shit, I'm like, that's Antonio Brown.
At the same token, though, they did mention that you don't know for sure until you analyze the brain.
It might be a whole lot.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
might be.
I get it.
You don't know. It might be. He might have it. Don't get me wrong. I feel like he does. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he has CTE.
I get it and wanted to hold off until it's actually confirmed.
Yeah.
But I just look at that motherfucker and I'm like, that man got CTE.
Yeah,
like, he's got stage 4
That's
CTE.
exactly how
it's
I
not even
feel.
regular. You don't get like he got the ultra CTE shit.
He got the not crisp and wall, but it's there. It's getting there.
I mean, who knows, bro?
See, he had CTE.
Like, seriously, who knows, man?
That's funny. He had the CTE, FGHIJK,
He got all that shit.
Yep.
All that
nigga did. He did that shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
all the way to Z.
All the way to Z, and then started A again.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Did y'all see anything else on Netflix? Netflix has been doing a pretty good job.
I watched the show called The Circle. You heard about that show?
I saw the trailer for it as I was scrolling through because I started watching. I saw season 4 of Hip Hop Evolution.
Oh yeah, I watched Circle. That was a great show. At first, I was gonna say, see how stupid it is. The whole concept of the Circle people is they get random people, they put them in an apartment separated from, and they're this is a regular ass apartment, nice ass apartment, and they have a TV screen. It's interactive, and it's like you can make your own profiles, like your own social media, and pretty much you interact with everyone within the house. You interact with everyone within the house, but you can't see each other. So you have to literally talk to the screen to send a message out. Like saying, Circle, put a message to @so-and-so. And then you say what you say, and you say send. Like you literally say send.
Okay.
Or
so it's like kind of talking to Siri.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's a Circle, make a group chat with so-and-so, title it this. So pretty much, but they do not see each other. So you pretty much have to do they're chatting with these people, and then the whole game is you got to block certain people. You got to be in their trending the top 8, and if you're in the top 2, you're influential, which means you get a blue check mark. Yeah, which means you influence the whole. You get to see who gets blocked and who doesn't. And I was like, and pretty much
interesting.
The lone person gets $100,000. And I was like,
oh, so it's kind of like a Big Brother type.
It's like Big Brother meets Catfish, because that's another thing.
Okay, got it.
Another thing, you can choose to be a catfish. There's this one dude that showed up, and he's not showing who he is, but he's posing as his girlfriend, Rebecca. And pretty much it's good. So he's talking like her, so he gets to go into the girl group chats and shit like that, and strategize how he can do it. And I was like, that's a smart black man right there.
What kind of shit is that?
That's a smart black man right there.
All your resources to your advantage.
Yep.
Seriously.
Yeah. It was a good show. Really good show. I binged all that, and then I watched this other documentary series called A Cheer. It's made by the same people who did Last Chance U.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really good. I gotta give
basically cheerleading.
Just bring it on with Last Chance U.
Got it.
And man, cheerleaders really just the shit they go through to get to those competitions.
It's an underappreciated sport. It is ladies and gentlemen, it is a sport.
It is.
Yeah,
that is a sport.
Yeah.
Only thing that's really fucked up is that towards the end,
you're hearing that from 3 former football players.
Yeah.
So, let's just put that in perspective.
Cheerleading is a sport.
Oh, it is. You know what's crazy about that is that when they get to the competition part, what happened to the competition? Like the competition part of it, they want to get to the championship shit, and they have these strict rules because I guess you got to stream it on Facebook. It's not on ESPN. It's not on none of that shit. It's like on the closed circuit streaming. And yeah, they've been asking this. It's in Daytona, Florida, of all places, and they've asked them like, "How come you don't put this out? Don't you think this is a good look for you guys?" And they have these strict rules like, "No, we don't need no distractions," and da 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 da. And so then the producer was asking the executive or one of the runners like, "So what about iPhones? Are iPhones okay?" "Well, yeah, iPhones are okay, but we'd rather have that than a big camera crew following a team around, going backstage to see them win a competition." And I remember I looked up at that. I was like, "Well, fuck you."
What kind of shit is
Like,
that?
because that was shade to Netflix. It was literally like a shade to the production. That's pretty much what it was. I was like, man, fuck you. He said it with a straight face.
Ain't that a bitch?
I know, right? He said it with a straight face to
Ain't
them.
that a bitch?
But it was a good show.
I get it though.
And then
you don't want to break up the concentration. And
Right.
shit like that,
But
you know what I mean?
dude, the camera crew was literally following the teams throughout the entire shit, and they were saying this would have been a good look for you. But whatever.
Yeah, but you don't want to fuck up the championship. Like it's kind of one of those things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong, in the pros and shit like that, like that's all fucking. They're used to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they live that. They're basically under the camera every day.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These cheerleaders, they're probably not in that situation like that, so they're not used to it.
So, like,
and
the
see,
second-
that could bring out the nerves. is
So
what I'm
like
saying.
so then the second half, you literally see them filming everything on an iPhone backstage. I was like, wow. And also one other show, Tyler Perry, bring your ass to the fucking stand.
Oh yeah, no. Let's have this conversation.
Somebody did this.
Let's have this
Bring
conversation.
your
about
ass to
Tyler
the
Perry.
motherfucking stand. I have all the love in the world for you. I'll watch your movies when they come out. What's it called? Far from Grace?
A Fall from Grace.
A Fall from Grace is his first official Netflix TV series, Netflix show, movie, whatever the fuck it is.
Okay.
Yeah, and he filmed it. I guess it's his first movie that was filmed on his Tyler Perry big ass city of a studio.
Yes.
Yeah. The compound.
The compound.
The Perry Pound.
The Perry Pound. My mom was telling me about this, and I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like, he filmed this in 5 days. I was like, "Hold up,
What kind of shit is
he
that?
filmed what? He filmed this whole movie in 5 days." He's like, "Yeah, you took great pride in it too." And so when I heard that, I was like, "Okay, I gotta watch this shit."
For context, people, I read somewhere that usually it takes 7 to 8 days to film one episode of a series.
Yes,
That's
This
crazy.
motherfucker out here filming motion pictures in 5
5 days, and he took pride in that shit. Wrote it, and he did it right before Christmas. So last month when we were over here doing our fucking reviews, that nigga was filming a movie in 5 days.
Wouldn't it be some shit if he... Remember he had the grand opening
Yeah,
event?
yeah.
What if he was filming part of the scenes there? And that was one of the 5 days.
No, literally 5 days. I read up on it. It was 5 days before Christmas. So the week before Christmas, that's when he was filming that shit. I was like, what? So I'm sitting
He
there.
did like he was baking a fucking Christmas cake.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. So then, and he got an old girl from Mrs. Huxtable from the Cosby Show. What's her name?
Felicia Reed.
Yeah, brought her out of retirement. Got Cicely Tyson out of retirement to do this shit. Just because he can, because he's Tyler fucking Perry. He's in the movie too, of course, because he wrote, produced, directed it.
We know.
We know you're in it.
We know.
Right.
So the whole concept of this fucking movie is that this middle, not even middle age, like she's like a 40-year-old like woman, and she gets with this young dude, and they fall in love or whatever, and then he ends up fucking stealing her money, and then typical Tyler Perry shit. He ends up being a fucking asshole to her, and then she ends up killing him, and now she's in jail, and then this black lawyer is trying to like get her innocence or whatever. Not no spoilers in the trailer.
Somebody could be hearing this for the first fucking time. I don't know shit.
I'm not gonna go into it all the way, but I wanted to watch the movie and it's 2 hours. The movie's 2 hours long. I'm like, you filmed this in 5 days, and I'm sitting here watching this shit, and there was shit in there I was looking at, and I was like, what the fuck? 5 days. There was even a scene in there. I literally saw this scene where a dude looks down, one of the characters looks down at their cell phone and it says, message. You know, but then at the bottom you could tell it's a screenshot because at the bottom you saw the fucking attachments and shit. You saw that shit, and I was like,
What kind of shit is that?
I knew what it was when I just saw the wigs.
But what if it was like this?
What?
You know what I mean?
No. Nah, it was literally like
I picked up like the little apps just so we're clear. You know,
No,
they get yeah.
No. It was literally like this. I'm about to show Martine. It was literally like it's like this. You literally saw all that at the bottom. You saw all that shit.
Yeah. I get you.
And I can tell by Homeboy's wig, that was strike one. And then they showed what's been going around social media, which is the scene of old girl when she's being questioned by her lawyer.
And her hair
looks one way. And then her lawyer asks a question and it goes back to her and her hair's a completely different way.
It wasn't even
in a span of 3 seconds.
It wasn't even continue out. It looked like Ray J's hat.
Like he saw what Ray J did with the hat and he was like, I gotta add that in the movie.
And he just didn't know because he was in a rush to get it out. And then there was another scene where you see the judge. I saw this specifically. I wanted to look. You see the judge. There was a scene where they're in court and they're talking. And you see the judge and he's sitting there. And then you look down and you literally see the script, what lines highlighted and everything. I was like,
there's extras in the background at the diner and they're as they're having a conversation, dude's in the back with his meal and he's drinking an empty cup.
Yeah, pretending he's eating.
Like it's like literally one of those things. And then what gets me even more is that just days before this got dropped, he was all over social media filming all his scripts at the Perry Pound.
All of it. He writes,
and he's just like, yeah, you know, we don't do no war rooms. It's just me. I write all this stuff. And it was like, no shit.
He writes all the shows that you see on TV is written by Tyler Perry. That doesn't. And my mom told me straight up, "Nah, that boy crazy." She's thinking he has CTE. Yeah. That's something. She said something has to be wrong with him.
If there's a CTE for homeless people, how you get
shit.
Like, you know, if something happens during that, and I'm not saying that. If you know his story, you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Like if you were to get CTE from that, and then go on about, that's basically what he got. Because when he said that, I'm looking at it like, why would you not empower black and just minority writers as a whole?
Because fuck you, that's why.
What kind of shit is that?
Like, to me,
that shit's crazy.
To me, if I'm doing a woman show about sisters, I'm having a war room of nothing but women in there.
Oh yeah.
And he's writing that. That's like, but that's not. No, people say that's not Tyler writing that. That's Medea.
Yeah. Fuck out of here. Yeah. All right.
Like that, even I was like, because he had like 5 fucking scripts of like different. I was like, you wrote all these? I'm like, that nigga going crazy. And then you telling me you took great pride. I understand you have all these acres. I understand that, but my nigga, like you gonna film this in 5 days? So right before Christmas. So after that, you got all the footage, you edited it, and what's today? What was that? The 16th? That's when it came out. Came out on the 16th.
Yeah.
So that was like 2 weeks after Christmas. So you try to tell me you edited this shit and edited it in 2 weeks and then gave it to Netflix. What? You filmed it in 5 days, edited it in 2 weeks. That's a music video. What the fuck?
Yeah. A movie is usually filmed like 3 months minimum.
Yeah.
And then it takes another 3 to 5 months to do the post-production.
Everything seemed rushed. Like they only did it in one take. Like honestly, and it's a vintage Tyler Perry story too. Oh, it's vintage. I've told you this. I think I told my mom this. A Tyler Perry story is set up like this. There's a great opening. You introduce all the characters, introduce who's who, and then it tells a story. Like tells a really good story for a good hour and a half, and then it gets to the ending. And then when there's a certain point at the ending, it's like boom, 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 the end. It just rushes to the end. That was exactly this movie to a T.
Word to Aaron Magruder.
Aaron Busby too. Shit.
Jason told me the husband, he said he's just doing shit that wasn't realistic. He said he did shit that Stevie J wouldn't even touch.
Yeah.
And I was like, fam, all right.
I encourage
now we're getting into some shit that just all right, dog. I mean, I'm gonna watch it for the fuckery. Like, I'm at a point I'm just gonna watch it
because it was more a curiosity. I told my mom because she wanted to watch it with me. I watched it like I did you a favor, mommy. I don't want to watch this. You shouldn't watch this. 2 years. We love Tyler. I do. I want to support him on some stuff, but this shit.
You support him on a lot.
No. I didn't see the Boo movies.
Like, what?
I didn't see the Medea Boo movies, like the Halloween movies.
No, but I'm saying, but as majority wise, like you probably support him the most.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm
I mean?
the one
Like,
that's.
Yeah,
I respect
yeah.
you, but keep that shit over there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This shit was just
Yeah.
like...
Now, everything he showed was just. It was confirmation to me. While I'm like, yo, I respect it. Stay the fuck over there.
Literally.
I don't want to be over there with you.
Well, it's like, why don't you want to give people more empowerment? Like, I just don't get it. And my mom was even telling me, like, yo, you should tell him what your ideas for the, what's it called? For his stories and how he should fix it. I'm like, what's he gonna do listening to me? He gonna tell me, you see all this shit, see this money I got? Nigga, get the fuck out of here.
This motherfucking compound.
You see,
For real.
nigga, you see this coat? You see this wig?
That'd be some shit if Tyler Perry was like on some gangster shit like Wayne Brady.
He probably
And
is.
Chappelle.
He probably is. I'm being dead ass. That's probably how
That's
he
probably
is in
Tyler
reality.
That
Yeah.
would be some funny shit. If like you start telling them, motherfucker, you got a picture with a bitch like Oprah, nigga? The fuck is you?
Who the fuck you would tell me how to do my story? See how much money this Medea shit cost? He starts talking like Medea. Fuck, puts the gun in my fucking face. Like, you thinking you know who the fuck you are, nigga? Oh, shit. Anyway, what'd you watch on Netflix? Sorry, people. We just had to get into that.
I mean, I'm going to watch that. But like I said, I saw Hip Hop Evolution season 4 drop.
Nice.
Again, I spoke about it when season 3 dropped. Highly recommend it for any hip hop fan that just loves the culture.
Mm-hmm.
These 4 episodes, they started off with, if I'm not mistaken. So they went to New Orleans first, where the highlights were the bounce music, No Limit, and then Cash Money. And then they went to, where else did they go? Then they just covered Southern production as a whole. So then they had, to help bring that to light, they had DJ Screw in Houston, 3-6 Mafia in Memphis, and then Lil Jon in Atlanta.
Nice.
Which then led to the 3rd episode, which was Super Producers. So then they got into how Teddy Riley, after starting New Jack Swing, how he just up and left Harlem and he went to Virginia Beach out
Did
of
they
all
mention
places.
his work with Michael?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, because no, it was just he was
I
the
just want to see
creator.
if they mentioned it.
He was the
Oh.
creator of New Jack Swing, so they had to highlight all of it.
Just that's all.
But then it was his brother died, and then
yeah.
he had to get up. He just had to leave, so he chose Virginia Beach of all places.
And then that's when
Which
he
random, but then
mentored.
it led into the Neptunes, which then led into Timbaland and Missy, and then it got into. It was just about how producers were now just inhibiting their own sound, and they were having a niche for it, where it was, I gotta have that sound. Because then it went to Jay Dilla, who was more on the underground, but on the underground, he was the fucking man to go see. And it was funny, Royce the 5'9",
Royce started?
he had his first story about when he was with Dilla in the downstairs of the basement. He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom. And Dilla's like, yeah, just go up to the right. He walks upstairs, he goes, I look to the fucking right. Common's in there just sleep with his fucking shoes off. He's like, that's the first time I met Common.
That's random.
And he's like, this motherfucker got stars in here just doing this shit? So that was funny. And then they ended that one with Kanye. Just how it went from just super producer to I'm an artist. You just gotta call me that, because that's what I do.
And that's what stops.
No, and then the 4th one dives into mixtapes. And just the whole mix.
50
I was
Cent.
watching the whole mixtape era, and I was just
Did they
like,
talk about drama when they got arrested
Yes.
and shit? Man,
Yeah.
that needs to be its own series.
yeah.
Of how that shit happened.
Yeah, so when they got into mixtapes, they started talking about the bodegas first and foremost, just how that going. And then, of course, the highlight was 50 because of the blackball and how he went to get it done himself. Then they went to T.I. Because T.I. was the 50 of the South at that
Yes,
time.
he was.
Right.
When he had to reinvent himself.
King of the South.
Right.
And then when they did that, they went up to Wayne, because it was funny. They're like, Wayne reinvented himself already, but then he reinvented himself again
Right.
to go with the mixtapes and
Yeah.
everything. So it was just nuts. And then that's when they got into drama and canon.
Oh, nice. I gotta watch that shit. See, Netflix just...
Yeah, no, they got it. They got it.
Disney Plus, they kind of struggling now because there's a rumor that came out. I don't know if I ever told you guys. Oh, you gotta know. But there's a rumor that the Obi-Wan Kenobi spinoff show might be canceled.
Yeah.
Might be canceled or postponed. But from what I read or watched from some other inside sources, is that it is kind of true, but they're setting up for a movie. An Obi-Wan movie.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I
They
was
do
just-
that, cool.
Yeah.
Well, what I read from it was just a delay, and then
Yeah.
the fans got pissed off and started with the rumor that Ewan McGregor,
Yeah.
he walked away.
Oh, shit.
So that's what it was. They're saying it got pushed back a couple years. The fans got pissed off, and they're just like, nah, he's just walking away. And then that's sort of like, this people was like, nah, I'm here.
You wanted to play Obi-Wan. He campaigned from Obi-Wan shit for the longest time. They were saying it's going to either be a series. Would you rather have a TV show or a series?
Honestly, at this point,
I don't know. Just what would you rather have?
I mean, what's the difference between a TV show and a series?
Oh, a series like my bad. A movie, a movie or a series.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking a series. In our era, why waste time on a movie? Give me a series.
Yeah, for real. Obi-Wan series. That'd be
dope as fuck.
That would be fire.
Like, there's some movies I've actually thought about where I'm like, fam, can you imagine if that was a series?
Like what movies?
First and foremost, The Godfather.
That would have been.
Could you imagine if The Godfather was just a series?
HBO show. Oh,
like, I mean, I know they did The Sopranos, but The Godfather is widely viewed as one of, if not the top movie produced in American cinema.
Right.
So could you imagine taking Marlon Brando and Al Pacino and doing 6 to 8 seasons of that?
Shit, that would have been The Sopranos.
Yeah.
And also, side note, speaking of like HBO, did you hear about Watchmen?
Yeah, but I mean, we
talked about it, but now the people know. The HBO said they're not gonna have a second season because the creator just said, I don't got no ideas yet, so it's on hiatus until now.
No, I mean but I mean it ended perfectly.
It was the perfect ending. That was the perfect ending. So,
and plus they kept saying too, when they were doing it, like, this is the end, this is the end, this is the end. Like, they kept telling people.
Yeah. Well,
so that's why I was confused why they were like, oh my god, it's not coming back. And
they never specified.
Led to that.
Probably based off of like just how good it was, or how good reviews it got and shit.
Also, well, what is the shit? Oh, another good would have been a good TV series would have been Training Day.
Yeah.
Training Day would have.
Yeah.
Well, didn't they try that shit?
They did.
Well, no, if they had Denzel and...
Oh, okay, yeah.
And,
if you're talking about like that route, definitely.
Because that was the thing, too, is it's not just what if they were to just take the series and leave the actors. Nah, what if these actors that were in the movies were signed up and they were doing full-fledged series with these?
Yeah, it could have been a great series.
Yeah. Not only that, but then the whole full production, the way the Star Wars shit is now.
Speaking of Training Day, I heard they're going to do a... what are they going to do? A spinoff? It's going to be like a prequel to Training Day that shows Alonzo before he became
I heard about that one.
Yeah.
It's going to be played by Michael B. Jordan, of course. I don't know if he's going to be played by him, but it should be his damn son that plays him.
I hear slanging drugs, man.
It should be Denzel's son that plays him. That's what I'm trying to say, because he looks like him, talks like him.
Finna cough up that money, bruh.
Yeah, you feel me?
What else is there? It's probably out Friday as a series.
Ooh, that could have worked.
Nah.
Back in the day, that shit could have worked.
Yeah, it could have been they could have covered. It could have been a mini series. Could have did 4 Fridays in a month.
Good as a movie.
I was just gonna say that shit like legit.
But they did 3 movies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I was about to get at, bro. Like, Friday happens like one family, then the other family, then the other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
also different perspective shit.
Yeah, like that could have worked. And make those a season. Think about that for a second.
Could have worked.
A season with with his original family, right?
And then
a season with his fucking his uncle.
Family.
No, with his uncle.
Yeah.
And then a season with him and Day living together and shit.
I mean, there's 52 Fridays in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's enough to do 8 episodes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be like every single Friday after Friday. Just spread out throughout the year.
Yeah. So Power. Want to go to Power? Woo! I was talking about this episode.
And I've been waiting, baby.
After that little flop of an episode, I didn't even go back and rewatch last week's episode. There was no point. I was like, there's no point. Let's get to the next one. And you really don't need to watch it. I just saw the ending, and that was a good lead into Tommy's episode.
Let me tell you something about Tommy's episode. Oh, wow. The best, in my eyes, the best episode of the series, in my eyes.
It was.
Oh, it was everything.
It was vintage.
It was vintage fuckery, but there was so much heart to it.
Heart fuckery.
Yeah.
It was vintage power.
Yes.
That was pretty much what it was. The Dre episode, I think the Dre episode is still personally my favorite, but the Tommy episode, that's all around like just everything about. I'm glad he didn't die. I'm glad he didn't fucking what's it called? He didn't get arrested. I'm glad he went off into the sunset listening to fucking Regulator. I was like,
I caught it last week, man. I said, yo, he going to L.A. He going to be slinging out for Tariq.
I don't think he'd be slinging for Tariq.
Either way, I'd said he was going to L.A.
He did. Yes, he did.
He was going to make it. And there was enough clues. I mean, there was, it was like, oh, yeah, remember when Jason was telling them about hey, I got to connect in LA, and he actually met the dude. And, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can see. I won't watch a Tariq spinoff if they do that, but I will for sure watch a Tommy spinoff show.
I'm watching it all.
I know you are.
I'm on board, man.
Unless they do
I was talking that good shit a while ago, but after seeing how this is all playing out, I'm on board.
Then you got kicked in your chest.
Yeah. Now, so Tommy goes out and Tommy's just ready to fuck shit up on every scene that he's in. He's just ready to fuck shit up, and I could appreciate that. That's how he's been the entire series.
Yeah.
He gets Elisa Marie, who, as far as I know, is the greatest 11-year-old detective known to man.
She's giving a damn that her dad died.
Yeah, she's getting confessions out this motherfucker that the police can't get.
Yeah.
She knows where all the shit is stashed. Just the whole nine.
Yeah.
And then I told Larissa, once Vincent came into play, I was like, oh, I know where this is going. Tommy gonna kill the whole mob crew and he gonna walk away with a scratch. Yeah.
On some Neo shit.
I was like, and I'm here for it. You know, fuck the logic shit.
When you
Show me that.
When it comes to power, just throw away the logic and just enjoy yourself.
And sure enough, this motherfucker gets locked in a brigade.
First off, he's on his way to go save Ghost.
Yeah.
Because he realized his whole ass Tariq shows up trying to get him to fucking kill him, and he was like, no, I don't want to do that shit. He's like, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to do it no more.
Pretty much. Yeah. And Tariq's like, you a bitch.
No, the whole season, I'm gonna fucking kill Ghost.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
He had a vintage motherfucker.
Yep. And what was funny was Larissa was walking away as he's doing it. I had said it at the same time as he did. As he was walking away, I was like, well, I know it's coming. Motherfucker, as it's happening, and then Larissa turns around. I was like, I told you, I knew it.
Because you can tell when the look on his face when someone's about to fuck him over, he gets a little scritchy face, and you just say it, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think when Parks said that, I was like, that's how he says that shit.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
That's gonna be his spinoff show.
Motherfucker. It's not even gonna be called Tommy.
Yeah.
It's called Motherfucker.
Power, the motherfucking book.
Previously on Motherfucker.
Previously on Power, motherfucker.
And you know Samuel L. Jackson gonna make me.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So anyway, so that happens. His mom kicks him out the house. I mean, yeah, he has to live his life.
Well, then what also pops up is now we realize why he was in a rush to get Paz out the fucking his apartment or his loft.
Which was
because Elisa Marie and his mom were hiding behind the wall.
Yeah, that's why. Yep.
Yeah.
See, I like how they're doing these. I'm not even gonna lie. And also, well, spoiler-ish. Well, y'all saw the episode. Ghost is dead. Like dead.
Yeah.
Dead.
That nigga dead.
That nigga dead. So Courtney Kent, like, she's an asshole. she
lied for the second season in a row.
I know she didn't technically lie at all. She just said he got shot. She never said he died. That's all she said. She said he just got shot. Didn't say he was dead. So technically, she didn't say anything. She was on some Jedi shit from a certain point of view.
She knew what the fuck she was talking about. She lied. That bitch lied.
No, I don't think she lied. She just chose her words very wisely. Because she knows if she said Ghost is dead, no one would have watched the damn show.
That's a lie.
Yeah.
We all want to know the why.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, he goes there and Ghost is laying there, dead.
Basically.
Yeah. Just laying there. And then Tommy comes in there talking to him, and then he's just like, Ghost actually has a full-fledged conversation. Like he didn't fall 5 stories with a fucking bullet in his heart.
Head on the fucking pavement and shit. Yeah, you would think he would have just died on impact, and he's just like, Tommy runs in there. Hey brother, how's it going? What took you so long?
How's your day going?
Yeah.
Man, you guys told me he had a full ass conversation. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah, he did.
So he falls out of a fucking window looking like, or out of the fucking building and shit, looking like the Kendrick Lamar swimming pools or whatever, and fucking he still is able to have a full ass conversation.
Yeah.
Hey man, glad you're here. Yeah. Just go. You can live your life now. I left you a car in the garage. It's okay. Go get it.
Pretty much. And then he's just talking to him, and then after that, Tommy looks up. No, Ghost kind of looks off into the distance, and then Tommy looks up, and of course, what did he say?
He sees the killer, and he says,
"Motherfucker!" And then Ghost just says, "Just let it go, let him go, let it go, let it go, let it go." And then he dies. On some Dave Chappelle, you gotta. I'm dead.
Yeah.
And Ghost is dead, and I was like, wow. After what was this? The 3rd episode?
Yep.
Yeah. So 2 more episodes. And then they left some clues. They left some clues saying Tyreek might have did it. They left other clues saying Take Minute did it. Oh yeah, he almost could have killed what's her name? Tasha. Mm-hmm. He even had the gun.
Tasha reveals that she killed Lakeisha.
Well, Tommy just figured it out, but
no, she reveals.
She
confessed to it.
Yeah,
but then she explains why, and I think it's because of the why that he realizes, nah, I gotta let it go.
Yeah, I gotta let this shit go.
Yeah,
there's nothing for me over here in New York, and he just drives off to LA.
Mom disowns him. Goes back to Elisa Marie after he kidnaps her, and destroys the mob crew, and then goes back to the house in broad daylight with the mafia, probably looking for him because they took a whole crew out the branch, and has a conversation with her like, I didn't kill your dad, but I understand if you come look for me. I get it.
Motherfucker. Little motherfucker.
So it was just like, alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's whatever. Then
Warren G and Nate Dogg are playing as he's crossing the bridge to... Oh, no. Before that, he goes to see Spanky.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That shit was funny as fuck.
He's like, well, if I tell you... He's like, where are you about to go? Well, if I tell you, not to kill you. Oh, where you going? California. Boom. Shoots him in the fucking eye.
Yep.
And then drives off with Warren G. And before he turns to it, you hear the radio and it said like, oh yeah, Tate's gonna take over for Ghost's position on the campaign. Yeah. And he turns it off and he goes right to Nate. You hear Nate Dogg's and Warren G's regulator. I'm like, that's a good episode. That was a good send off to Tommy's character. I will watch a spinoff of Tommy. Yep. So now we got. How many suspects now? 4 more suspects?
4 and 2 episodes.
2 more episodes, and they're gonna take a break because of Super Bowl weekend. Super Bowl break.
So it's 1 episode, then a break, then the last episode,
then the season finale. Yeah.
All right.
And I guess
so. 2 episodes over 3 weeks.
And I think the last episode, from what I heard, is called Tyreek's Confession. Supposedly.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I happened to see a leak before we went on air. Of supposedly the
ending
of the ending. But people are saying that they possibly put out 4 different endings. So I'm trying to collect them all like Pokemon.
I mean, I saw one of the endings too because they have said like they have alternate endings in the truck on some just in case shit. So I don't know.
But on this ending, I was like, all right, cool. Let's go on to the next now.
Yeah.
Like let's start book 2.
Let's start book.
We're speaking of, by the way, we spoke of last week how you had the Power Cinematic Universe and you got the Wire Cinematic Universe.
And then someone's in the middle of it. And who was that? Tikal.
Method Man. Method Man has been cast.
As soon as I saw Method Man, I was like...
See, I saw Method Man again. I was like, see, it's just stock's going up.
Speaking of Method Man, they're doing the 2nd season of the Wu-Tang series.
Yeah, I still haven't watched it yet.
Me neither.
I've heard a lot of
same here.
I've heard a lot of Wu fans. They not feeling it. They're saying, but they're saying they're using it. It's kind of like it should be viewed as more of an inspired by the Wu alternate story,
like alternate universe shit.
Yeah, because they're saying it's just some shit going on, and it's just like that didn't happen.
That's like if Straight Outta Compton became a series. That's pretty much how they're looking at that shit.
Yeah, but it's not how they're looking at it, it's how they're describing it. Where it's like cats that were literally like with each other from day one were beefing against each other to start off with and shooting at each other's houses. Shit. That type of shit. So that's why I've stayed away from watching it so long, where it's like...
That's kind of different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like an alternate...
That's kind of different.
Alternate Wu cinematic universe.
Hey, man, this is Riz's dream. Fuck it. Oh shit, man! See, I'm telling you, there's a lot of content out right now, man. I'm telling you, Netflix will not go quietly out the night.
Nah, definitely won't.
Disney Plus need to step up, though. I like it, but they need to step up just a tad.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, it's cool they got all the old shit, but just need some new shit now.
They gotta start filming the new shit.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying though. Like, we need the new shit. You know what I mean?
I still love it. So
yeah, no, I still love it. It's cool. It's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, all right. Need something new, like you know what I mean, like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you gotta just putting it out.
Yeah.
So music.
That all for the Bad Boys 3?
Oh yeah, Bad Boys 3. Oh, Bad Boys for Life. Get it right.
No, that's Bad Boys 3, man. That is Bad Boys 3. I know what the fuck that is. That is Bad Boys 3.
Well, the 4 wasn't in it. It was For Life, like F-O-R.
Yeah. They can switch it and still do. I'm still mad that they did that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because remember,
they thought it was going to be the last one.
Well, remember, we knew they signed up for 2 more.
I didn't know they signed up for 2 more.
I didn't know neither.
No, when we announced it. It was tentative scheduled for 2019 and 2021. But they had to push this one back a year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that sounds like something new.
But even then, how they ended this one?
On the fucking Marvel Cinematic.
This is how Fast and Furious franchise started as a franchise.
It might as well be a Fast and Furious franchise. They already had a TV show dedicated to Marcus's sister with Gabrielle Union and Jessica Alba.
Yeah.
I don't know if that show got canceled. I don't know if it's even still on.
It's out there somewhere.
Yeah, I never watched it, so.
Yeah, neither did I. I think that's what you're saying. I think that shit got canceled.
Oh yeah, it was literally a spinoff of Bad Boys, and it was gonna follow Gabrielle Union's character.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, Bad Boys for Life. That was vintage Martin Lawrence and fucking Will Smith right there.
I liked it.
I liked it too. I liked it better than I thought I would.
The acting to me was mid.
It was vintage.
No, because I went back and watched the other two, and I was like, they sound so stiff with these lines in comparison to the first two. However, when you have the character dynamic, these are characters that we've grown up with for 20 years now.
Yeah.
So you have the character dynamic, and when you actually have a really good fucking story.
Yeah.
I'll look past the mid act. To me, the acting is that once you have those two in effect, I could move with the acting.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
see Michael Bay's cameo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As the wedding...
the wedding host.
MC or whatever the fuck he was. Yeah.
I was like, because he had nothing to do with this movie, which is probably why it was fucking good.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, they brought his ass out and he goes, it's Mike Lowry, tentatively known as Uncle Mike. And I was like, thank you, Michael Bay.
Yep.
Staying the fucking obvious. Yeah. Spoiler alert there.
Shit. Also, yeah, it was pretty good. Action was cool. It felt kind of short. It kind of felt.
It was the shortest one out of the three.
Yeah, it was like what, 2 hours?
Only 2 hours. Yeah, I think that's including credits and shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
But Will Smith and Martin Lawrence, they did a great job. They really did. It was good. I liked it.
Will Smith was a producer too.
That
Really?
makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
He was one of the producers.
Oh yeah, and the old boy was one of the villains. The one reggaeton dudes.
Oh, I seen on the trailer is Nicky Jam.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
literally the villain.
Yeah.
He was doing stunts and everything.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you might want to stop now because it's been out for 3 days, so
Yeah.
you know.
And MLK's birthday, by the way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna
We got the
highlight that.
spoilers.
Yeah, I was gonna highlight that later.
Fuck it.
With some other shit. By the way, yeah, so he is actually out of all the time, he is Mike Lowry's son.
Yeah, the villain. Not the reggaeton dude.
I was like, wait, what? Who? Huh?
Not the reggaeton dude.
Shit.
The villain and the main villain in this is Mike Lowry's son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before they started Bad Boys, he got taken out of the academy on a secret co-op mission.
He on some into deep shit.
Yeah, and he fell in love with
shit.
the cartel leader's wife.
And fucked her.
And they ran away together, and when the heat was coming on, he had to make a choice to either go on the lam with her or to turn her in and, you know, save face type of deal. So he turned her in not knowing that she was waiting for them to escape to reveal that she was pregnant.
And she trained him to be a little fucking...
Literally trained him to be a fucking a villain Mike Lowry.
Damn.
Yeah, so then in the end, he almost could have killed him. But
to let him know when it starts off, he's the one that actually shoots Mike Lowry. Mike Lowry gets shot in this.
Oh yeah,
Like,
really?
Not even like a funny, he got a bullet in the ass like Marcus.
Shot
No,
in the chest.
motherfucker had like one of them fucking semis and got 3 of them in the chest.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Almost like Will Smith will die in this, but Will Smith don't die in movies no more.
Yeah.
he's a star.
They did it after they were running a race. It was the 2 of them, and Captain was the ref. And as he's running, he's celebrating that he won. Dude just shows up on a bike.
Oh yeah, you know who
Lit his ass up.
You know who else died? Old boy from the Matrix, the sergeant,
Captain.
the captain.
Yeah,
dude.
Cap.
Oh, he dies in it?
Yeah.
Aw.
Shot in the fucking
Takes
neck.
one to the neck.
Out of nowhere too. That shit came out of nowhere. I didn't expect that shit.
I yelled out, "Fuck!" Just like that.
I went, oh shit! And then Chris Tucker went,
What kind of shit is
Yeah,
that?
I was mad at first. I was mad. I was like, "The fuck you mean Cap didn't make it?"
Yeah,
I was a little mad with
seriously.
that.
So then after that,
wild.
Will Smith reveals to his son that he's his father, and you know he put some love in his heart, killed the fucking evil baby mama, and then in the end they had some post-credit scene or the mid-credit scene or whatever the fuck credit scene it was, and pretty much he gives him an offer he couldn't refuse to say,
It's the ending of Fast 5
yeah,
when Eva Mendes comes out of nowhere and drops the fucking
file.
Oh,
file
yeah.
in front of him.
Pretty much tells
Yeah.
them,
It's just like that.
like, yeah, you want to work for your freedom?
Yeah.
And it goes
Oh
black.
my god! All right, now I get what you said. Yeah.
Because Martin Lawrence's character retired, quote unquote, even though he's going to be in, they signed up for another movie.
See, that's the big thing
Yeah.
too, which was, he's been talking about it all the years, but he finally retires after Mike gets shot because the reason why they were celebrating to begin with was because he has the grandbaby. Because the daughter and Reggie comes back. They got married. Or they had a kid together.
Reggie comes back he was in the military.
He's in the military now.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So they were celebrating, and that's when it happens. And he's like, "Nah, fuck this. I need to stay around for my grandson."
That's how old
So
we
he
are
left.
now. I was like, damn, I'm that old?
It's not until Cap dies that he goes back.
Yeah.
And then he
That
works the
motivates
case with
him.
him because they have a brand new division.
Vanessa
Shout out to
Hudgens.
Vanessa. Oh my god, Vanessa Hudgens, man. She looked fine as fuck in that movie.
She looks fine in all of them.
I don't care. In this
I'm
one,
not surprised.
in this one particularly.
She's been fine. You ever see Spring Breakers? She was fine in that.
Yeah, but there's something about this one where she's grown.
She was grown in that one too?
Yeah, but this is just different. Like, it's just different. It's a different atmosphere.
I guess.
It's just different. That's all I'm saying.
But yeah, Bad Boys 3, not Bad Boys for Life. Bad Boys 3 was good.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I guess that's a lead into music because DJ Khaled, he was in this movie and he did a good. They even put Khaled, DJ Khaled.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
He had said on opening credits, Khaled, DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
That's
That shit
fucking
was fun.
dumb.
I mean, that's his name. Shit.
Yeah, nah, I know.
Khaled. But the Bad Boys 3 soundtrack, Bad Boys for Life soundtrack that was correlated by DJ Khaled. Was he
10
all over?
tracks and I fucked with it.
Was he on the album?
Now that you mentioned, I don't even think he was.
I don't think I've heard him, but I'm pretty sure he did like quote unquote production. You know what I mean? Like put it all together, curated it, and all that bullshit.
It was very Miami sounding, so I liked it.
Definitely.
They did the Uptown remix with
Uptown 2.
Meek Mill. Yeah, that one sounded
And
great.
Farruko.
City Girl sounded amazing on Money Fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Black Eyed Peas were on here.
Yeah,
Black
Without
Eyed Peas
Fergie.
and J
Rick Ross
Balvin.
and Bryson Tiller's Future Bright was the Touch Me Tease Me sample.
Oh yeah,
That was dope.
that shit was sick. I was fucking with it.
Let's see. Jaden to me had the song of the project though, and the hottest.
Wow, I'm looking at this. Pitbull and
could
Lil
say
Jon were
that.
on here. Damn, I love Miami. Pitbull
Yeah.
and Lil Jon.
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised Will Smith didn't do a Miami remix. Come on.
Well,
I mean, come on, bro.
They were talking about that with when they showed because they did the full
they do
run.
so many.
So they went on Crown, and Elliot Wilson asked about that, and he was like, we couldn't get it done with my scheduling. Like he's like, I really wanted to be on that soundtrack too.
Miami remix. That
couldn't
was
get it
fire.
Yeah,
Welcome. That song is still raw, by the
But
way.
I even fucked with that Rich the Kid and Quavo track. Like,
Yep.
honestly, the whole
I
10
gotta-
tracks were fucking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, Jaden's on the remix too for the Bad Boys for
Yeah,
Life.
Bad Boys for Life on the remix.
And only 10 tracks,
Yeah.
31 minutes. We the best.
yeah. It's one of those projects where you appreciate it for what it is because
Is
it
it not
doesn't try to
touching-
be what it's not.
It's not touching
Yeah.
the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack though.
No, but this one, like I said,
Serves
they
its
use
purpose.
more of this in the movie.
Yeah,
in Bad Boys 2, it was Dre's.
Yeah, the
Drake's
Shake Your Tail
score.
and that and Shake Your Tail Feather every now and then.
Yeah, like this one, that song's actually played throughout the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
So that was nice.
Man, the Bad Boys 2 soundtrack is fire too. That was one of the best soundtracks
Yes,
ever.
yeah.
Diddy really did his thing on that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. And so can we get to the surprise or we want to like build up to it?
Revenge of the Dreamers. They did their.
Yes, Revenge of the fucking Dreamers, the director's cut, the deluxe,
But it didn't have just 2 extra tracks.
No, not just 2.
the Dreamers deluxe. Yeah, I'm
You get
thinking
Jazzy Faye to do that with anything. This shit's
the
solid.
Dreamers deluxe.
The Perry Complex.
Fucking
The
god.
Perry Compound.
Yeah, so Revenge of the Dreamers 3, the director's cut, which pretty much correlated by, I guess, probably Ebe. I think Ebe was the one that was really, pushing this forward. It's pretty much the first half it's a double disc. It's the first half of Remember the Dreamers, and then the second disc is 12 more tracks that didn't make the final cut, probably because of sample clearances, or I'm just assuming sample clearances, or they didn't fit well with the other track listing. Because gotta remember, they recorded like 100 something fucking tracks for this damn album.
Yeah. Yeah.
So some of it probably was undone. Some of it probably just couldn't make it, or label issues, all types of shit.
I'm just confused at how at least 8 of these.
Really, 8?
At least
8 of these
Seriously.
weren't. the core for what we know as the original version of the album.
I feel Revenge and Still Dreaming could have been on the first disc. Cause
I feel like Up Up Away could have.
Still Up could have. Out of Pocket definitely could have. Because Oz and Kaz together sound great.
Yeah.
They've always sounded great together. Late Night to me was the fucking standout.
No chorus.
Yeah,
bruh, like they're just spitting, literally.
Yeah, they
all
were.
I can understand having to, being with Vince Staples, you got to choose one of them. But to me, Up Up Away,
that was the strongest
they should have went with.
Because Vince Staples only had like a few bars on the other one.
Yeah,
and then it just ends.
Yeah,
and I mean, we don't gotta mention Reason. You know what I mean? Like, with any track he's on,
Reason was literally just on.
Like, he was
all over the sessions.
Yeah,
he was all over the fucking studio.
And then, I mean, back to JID. Like, bro, he wasn't on the first one, I guess, whatever, that much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he was literally all over this half.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, would you put this on your list? Or would you just be like, is this just bonus tracks? If you had to do an interview.
I mean, this is a whole ass other fucking album now, so it's kind of like, it's kind of one of those things where it's like,
but so
I mean, shit, I'll take the technicality,
Chris Brown did that.
Yeah, but it was the same year.
And he put out a fucking mountain of songs and then added
more mountain.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you're right on that. You're right.
This, honestly, I know it's not, but it feels like a complete second album of Revenge of the Dreamers.
True. And it's also, he added it literally 2 weeks before the Grammys, so it makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they have possibly a good chance of winning Best Rap.
No, I heavily fucked with these songs.
Yeah.
I mean, the songs on the original, don't get me wrong, they're good, but it's just listening to these, it's just like...
They could have found a way.
Like, damn, how the fuck did we have to wait 5-6 months for this?
It was probably sample clearances. I will not be surprised if some of these songs were on the original one, but...
That's the only excuse I'll take.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll be honest, though, too, man. Like, to me, this sounded more Dreamville-esque. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like it was more centered around Dreamville rather than all the features.
Right.
Yeah. And it's also shocking how J. Cole didn't make the cut. On this part of the album, at least. That's probably why, they had to fit J. Cole in there somewhere.
But, yeah, I mean, to follow up what Martine was saying, which was, it's more focused on the Dreamville artists, but if you look at the features are still there.
Yeah.
No,
that's the thing.
They're still there. Like, to me, I'm saying, like, they're still there, but it's not, like, overbearing.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, for sure.
What I'm saying is that if somebody was like, well, we wanted to focus more on, having everybody involved, and it's like, well... They're still here.
Yeah.
It's just, this sounds like a core Dreamville project.
I mean, you still got Dreezy, you still got Buddy, you still got Childish Major, you know what I mean? Saba, Smino, they're all still here, Reason, but it's just more, to me, like, centered around Dreamville.
Yeah.
And that's what I was expecting the first time around.
But
I also was not expecting to see Sean King on the cover.
Yeah.
It's like, shit, when does Sean King show up to these sessions?
That's not Sean. Oh. That wasn't. It's fucking J. Cole.
No, that's T.I.
T.I., yeah.
I seriously had to look back. I was like, wait, which one are you talking about, dog?
Like, man, when does Sean King go into the sessions, man?
I see it now.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's Revenge of the Dreamers. The deluxe. The deluxe.
The Dreamers Deluxe.
Anyway,
I go on and on and on.
Dress to impress. Stupid, man.
Yo, Biggie rapping with Avery Storm doing runs behind it. It's still one of the funniest fucking things.
The Biggie duets, man. Why did they make that? Man. That was one. It wasn't even duets. It was like a fucking full-on like posse cuts and shit. By the time you end with the song, it'll be like 5 minutes long. It was like, oh yeah, Biggie on this. He's the opening verse, and that was it.
Got to the point where fucking Biggie was the feature on his own fucking album.
For real.
Yeah, and then that's when Diddy knew he needed to stop with that. Like I gotta stop.
Nah.
Because Biggie didn't record like Pac.
Yeah.
Speaking of post on list, hey, that's a good leeway. Hey, Mac Miller, his first, possibly only, who knows? How do you say posthumous? Posthumous. Huh? Posthumous album Circles, which was going to be a sequel to Swimming. And John Bryan? That's how you say his name? John Bryan? The guy who was all over Late Registration with Kanye. He produced hella...
Brian.
John Bryan, yeah. He helped Kanye on Late Registration and shit. He helped complete the project because I guess when he was recording Swimming, he was recording these songs too, and he played them for him.
Yeah.
And John Bryan helped him on Swimming as well. So the songs were low-key almost done, so he just completed them.
Yeah, from what we all know now was that this was... Mac's plan to begin with, which was these two projects were going to be connected, and it was supposed to be I would imagine later on a deluxe being dropped, which would have been Swimming in Circles.
Yeah. I think probably was going to be a second album, but who knows?
No, a second album, but labels involved. You know, they would have compacted that.
The deluxe!
Yeah.
The Swimming Deluxe!
Yeah.
Probably would have. They probably would have.
I'm going to keep saying that now.
The Malcolm Deluxe!
The Malcolm Deluxe! So anyway, if you're a Mac Miller fan, you will probably cry listening to this because
heavy.
After the opening track, it literally, how I describe this album, it's literally like a jam session in heaven. It's Mac Miller just doing Mac Miller shit, singing. It was like neo soul. It didn't even feel like rap. It was just like neo soul, him harmonizing and singing. It was good.
I felt like everybody should have been the last track until I heard Once a Day. Then I got it and I was like, okay. Yeah. Just how every day was, where it was just everybody's going to die one day.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt like that probably would have, if I was going through the sequencing, I probably would have saved that last until I heard Once a Day. Yeah. Once I heard Once a Day, then I was like, all right, scratch that. I get it now.
Yeah. It was a good album. It was really good. Would I go back to it? Maybe not. Like, I have to be in the mood.
Because it's gonna get you down.
Like, if I won't, depending on I don't say it'll get you down. If you're a Mac Miller fan, it will get you down. But if you just put it on and have it on in the background, it's literally like mood music. Like, you can literally vibe out to it.
It depends on which scenery you put it as the background to. Because, like, when I say it'll bring you down, this isn't music where you just live life to. Some very introspective lyrics that he has on here, so it's kind of like,
it's like Starbucks music.
I wouldn't even say that.
Man.
Starbucks has great music, man.
No, but I was like, Starbucks is a little upbeat. Like, you're trying to wake you up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's like complete.
Like, if you're fucking studying, you can have this on in the background.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, it's like one of those ones where you got to know you're gonna hear something that may trigger you as a result because of his untimely passing, and he's gonna say some things that are very, in a way, prophetic. That kind of realm where it's like, you can play in the background, but this is kind of one where you got to pay attention to a little bit in a way. That's what I guess what I'm trying to say.
I'll be honest, man. Like, I'm not the one to like jump on a train like this, and I never was the biggest Mac Miller fan. So I'll be honest, I didn't listen to it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But it's just like, I seen it, I had it, I downloaded it, I was planning on listening to it, and it's just never like, I can't do this, man. You know what I mean? Like with Nip. JC, like, I fucked with Nip since way back, you know what I mean? So, like, when he passed and shit, I was streaming the fuck out of Victory Lap, you know what I'm saying? Like, whatever.
Motherfucker.
With this, like, it's hard for me to, like, all of a sudden, all right, since he passed, now I'm gonna listen to it, you know what I mean? Like, so, it is what it is, but I respect y'all opinion on it, you know what I mean? If you say it's good, then it's good.
It's good, yeah.
I think for me, I wasn't the biggest Mac fan either, but it was because I caught Swimming the weekend it happened when he dropped, because remember that was Astroworld, that, and then when YG dropped, it was those three. So and I was familiar with it, watching movies with the sound off,
and Divine, whatever.
So I was at least familiar enough to, I didn't listen to it right when it came out, which we'll get to right after.
We'll get why. We're gonna get to the other pop stuff, but I wasn't. Even without it, I wasn't planning on listening to this until a Sunday, anyways. Yeah, like, it was just one of those things where I was like, I still feel a way about his passing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't the biggest Mac fan, but it was just, though it's the same with Nip, where it was the outpour of just. I fucked with that man, and he fucked with me, and you're not gonna say anything bad about this man around me, or it's gonna be a fucking problem. Pretty much, like that kind of love he had. Like, that's you could feel it, even whether you're the ultimate fan or just a casual listener. Like, you felt it, so you had a connection to him, as a result of people's revelations for him. So when I listened to it on Sunday, like, for me, that was the perfect time. It was a little gloomy. I was out doing my own thing for a little. It's a perfect song, music to listen to when it's like overcast and rainy. I like that type of music. That's pretty cool. Exactly. Mac Miller, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Mac.
So, and it's a pop shit that dropped. You like this Halsey album?
I love Manic.
I've listened to it.
It's her third album.
Oh, nice, good for her.
Yeah. So
why do I keep saying that?
It's her third album. Of course, she had her single "Without Me," which. Where have you not heard that fucking song at this point?
Pretty much. It's everywhere.
Graveyard came out right before the year ended. I think I put it on one of the playlists as a result.
The Alanis Morissette popping up, that was random.
Yo, these interludes are some of the greatest fucking interludes because they're features.
Yeah, not only that, she got the dude from BTS popping up on that shit. I was like, "Oh, okay."
I'm telling these interludes are well crafted. Like usually with an interlude, I'm thinking, okay, it's just a transition. Like, no, these are like songs that she got. The artist, she's the featured artist on these because it's like
she's letting the artist kind of showcase themselves.
But these are it's some shit because it's like, damn, this is good,
and it connects to the whole album. And
right.
Shit.
Yeah, I know. I liked it a lot. Killing Boys. I kind of look over my shoulder while I was at the store listening to it. I was like, just what she was talking about. It was like, shit, did I piss somebody off?
That's why she put in Lance Morissette. Hold on now. Yeah, right after Lance Morissette interlude.
Yeah, right before.
Yeah, right after.
The songwriting on here is just great though. Like I like her songwriting.
This is probably going to get nominated for a Grammy next year. Not this year, but next year it's going to get that. And 070 Shake, she dropped her fucking album. What the fuck is that? Motherfucker, I was just looking at it.
It's deep in the realms. I know. It's deep.
Yeah, it's on that. It's just
Modus, Vivendi.
This is mood music too. At first, it still says hip hop rap on my shit. It still says
on mine too.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah.
That's wild. Mine says alternative.
Yeah, because this is not hip hop or rap at all.
No,
it has some rap in it, but it's
very good.
It's good,
and that's not because of the label she's signed to. Nah, this is very good music.
I forgot. Yeah, she's on Good Music, people.
Yeah, now this is good. I like this project.
It's mood music, but it's great music. Rocket Ship is great. Guilty Conscience is fucking dope.
Morrow is amazing.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. Under the Moon, Daydreaming. This whole album, I remember when I first heard her on Yay, I was like, I gotta hear more of her.
Yeah,
and,
And this is one where I feel like this could be the background, but you'll still notice it. Yeah. So it's not one of those ones playing the background. I don't want to call it background music. Mm-hmm. It's just more so music that you can maneuver through that happens to play in the background.
Yeah. Let's not call it background. Let's call it ambiance music.
Ambiance. Thank you. When you're smoking weed. Yeah.
Exactly.
It sets the mood.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was a good album. So. Got all those. I want to get all those artists out the way because
shout out Young Pinch. If y'all ain't know about Young Pinch, you need to check his album out called Back to the Beach. The shit is fucking
how many tracks?
16 tracks, 51 minutes. Does what he's got to do. Has a feature from fucking Wiz and Good Charlotte, bro.
Good Charlotte?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, goddamn.
This motherfucker is dope.
Oh, you talking about his shits.
And listen, his voice is dope as fuck. But his engineer is by far the shit.
Yeah, I like it's probably mixed by
That's another reason why I like Halsey's project so much. The engineer he did his thing with her vocals. Her vocals sound. Yeah. I don't want to say they're on par with Rihanna's, but it's like it's in that realm of where this is really fucking well.
She took her time with
She took
her time with that album. She took her sweet time. But Young Pinch,
just had to shout that one out.
Check that out.
Hard.
Tech 9 dropped.
He dropped like an EP.
And then
Stunner for Vegas.
Yeah, see, I gotta get on
Babies.
him.
Yeah, I mean,
because he signed to the Baby.
Yeah, I heard it. It's not for my ears.
Yeah,
it's not for my ears.
But I at least want to give him a chance.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. That's just my
Speaking
opinion.
of the Baby, you see, you got stopped again.
Yeah.
You see the reasoning why though?
Yeah.
See, I read that and I was like, all right, that makes more sense to me. Because at first when we saw it, for those who don't know, Baby on Sunday morning was, I don't know if he was arrested or if he was being questioned, detained, putting hands on another hotel employee.
Yeah.
And when I first saw it, I was like, come on, fam. Like, what are you doing now?
Yeah.
Like
seriously.
It's getting a little out of hand now.
Yeah. But then the report came out that what happened was he was actually there with his family, and he was with his daughter, and one of the employees then started recording him. Mm-hmm. And being a father, not wanting everybody to come and bum rush and know where he's at because of the safekeeping of his daughter. Mm-hmm. He told old boy, yo, don't record while I'm being, basically when I'm being a father here, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah, like much. This is my personal time.
And dude kept recording. He didn't want to listen, so he put hands on him.
And pushed him.
I don't blame him.
He pushed him to the ground.
He didn't push him to the ground. He pushed him on a chair. Yeah, so I mean, it's not like...
And with that context, I completely understand. Like, I don't hold anything against him for that.
I don't blame him for that shit either, man. But at the same time, you got real niggas to do the real niggas for you, real nigga shit for you. So it's like,
I get that, but sometimes you got to be a father and you got to let motherfuckers know. Don't test my gangster when it comes to my fatherhood.
That too.
So I completely understand that.
So so we got all that music out the way because somebody decided to kick the door in. He had to pull a Beyonce.
And I've been
been waiting, baby.
Surprise drop the Beyonce drops.
Yeah.
I mean, she started the whole
She
trend.
started the whole
so,
trend.
Is
so
what it is.
It is what it is. Marshall Mathers made his return. Oh shit!
And I've been waiting, baby.
Oh, it's your fucking charger. So Rob Martin gets that situated. Yeah, I was at the movies. I forgot to say, I saw the movie 1917, which y'all should see. One long take, and it showed the whole fucking.
I saw behind the scenes of that.
Oh,
man.
That if it wins Best Picture, you will know.
I understand.
Yeah, it's a difference between filming a movie in 5 days and then a movie like 1917.
Yeah, and filming a movie in one shot with that kind of production power behind it.
Film me. But anyway. Yeah, I was at the movies and JC just hits me up.
Yeah.
In the group chat.
Like right at 9 p.m. Like literally right on the dot as I'm scrolling because one of the games was on. So as I'm scrolling through Twitter, it's just like there's like 3 people and I think Chris was one of them.
Oh, of course. Of course, Chris.
But it's
shout out to him.
It's like, you know how when you see it on your Twitter feed where it's just 3 and you're trying to figure out, okay, what's the link? It's just Eminem, Music to Be Murdered By. And I'm like, oh, he dropped a new song.
No!
Click that. No. Click that motherfucker and I'm like, oh, it's 20 new songs. So then I'm like, well, let me copy and paste. So I copied it, sent it to the group chat, and I'm like, yo, Em just dropped a surprise album. Busby gonna hit me back. What? Because
I was at the movies.
You can hear it too. You know what I mean?
I was at the movies. I was just like, because I was intense to the movie, and I was with somebody. I was like, nigga. It's like,
Oh my god!
all at once.
You start stuttering like
Okay, it's happening.
like Thurgood and Half Baked. when they're getting the Maui Wowie and he's like, in my mind,
I was like that. My homegirl sitting there, like, what's going on? Eminem dropped this album because she knows I'm an Eminem fan. She's like, really? Nigga, shut the fuck up. And my phone was at 1%. That's why I kept telling you, don't text me no more. So then you kept texting me shit. I kept telling you, don't spoil it for me.
Yeah, I just had to be an asshole at that
fuck
point.
you.
I'm like, ha ha, you ain't here when your man's drop. Ha ha, you mad. Jazzy Faye's playing in the back. Jazzy Faye's in the background. The nigga is mad.
So then he's
The funny thing is, you didn't even fucking believe this
No,
shit.
No, when you told me young man, I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, okay, nah. And then when you told me Juice WRLD was a feature, I'm like, nigga, are you making this shit up? And then you showed me the screenshot, like, no, you're not. No, I think what really got me when I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. When you told me there was a slaughterhouse when you... No.
So I'm looking at it right now. So I put Yaya and I was like M, Royce, Black Thought, Q-Tip, and Denon Porter, and this nigga put, oh my god! And then I put I Will, which is Slaughterhouse Reunion -1 member, and he's like, wow, I can't wait till Saturday. Of course, Joe Budden podcast. And then I'm like 6 tracks in, yo, and he's at about 100% to my ears right now. He's like, all right, show him at the movies. Then I put 7 track, got Juice WRLD hook on the hook. This sounds amazing. And he's like, okay, you making shit up now. And then I showed him, and I was like, no, I'm not. And I screenshot it, and his response is, Lord!
Oh, shit.
Sound like Michael. Shit. And then
Jazzy Faye was in the background again. The juice is loose.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace for real though.
Yeah.
That's like another
Juice WRLD.
Yes.
Oh, you bitch. So I was at the movie, and then you keep texting me saying, "You get your input first before the stand talks."
Yeah. So I went in this again.
You've been very
listened
critical
for a long time. I've been very critical of M, but at the same time, I'm always going to give M the benefit of the doubt. I feel like he's earned that from my ears.
After how many years?
Before the last 3 years, I did have him in my top 5.
And then revival happened.
You know, and then, you know, string of albums later, you know, it's just like, yo, I gotta make some adjustments here. So in that aspect, having him in my top 10 it's like, yo, he's always going to get the benefit of the doubt. Like, I'm always going to tune in.
For sure.
On top of that, I do a fucking podcast.
Right.
So it's not like you can't just ignore the shit.
And niggas gotta stop pretending like no one wants to listen to Eminem, dog. Like,
Yeah,
let's get that out the
dead
way
that
first.
shit, yeah.
Dead that shit. He'll drop an album and everyone will lose their fucking minds.
Yeah.
Every year. Every time. It happens.
Right. So I go into it.
That's funny. You're the first one out of everyone to listen to it. That was the funniest part.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
Did you listen to it at first?
Nah, I listened to it Saturday
weren't.
morning.
Okay. So yeah, you're the first. That's wild.
Yeah, so
even
I-
before Larissa? What was Larissa's response?
Well, she didn't listen to it, I think, until Saturday, but I texted to her. I texted her after I texted you guys.
What did she say?
And she was like, oh, cool, I need this right now.
Wow.
And then she didn't get to it for a while, and I was like, yeah, you can play. Think about that life.
You in a stand?
Yeah. But to her credit, she was sick and
Still.
she getting ready for a
trip.
a company trip.
But
so
still,
I get it.
sick or not, Marshall Mathers drops. You put them headphones on.
You better fucking listen.
Yeah. She's just not me when it comes to my favorites. Sick, packing. I don't give a fuck.
Oh yeah.
If I fuck with you, like,
But Marshalls were
Yeah.
boo. But Marshalls were boo. So.
yeah. So Premonition starts and he's killing a woman. And I'm like, all right.
That's what
Pretty on brand.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
funny when you see
Right.
the lyrics is a woman getting stabbed. It's
Yeah.
Eminem. Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt, and going to the cover I felt like I was like, I think he's referencing something because I don't think the man's just gonna be on the cover with some weapons.
With a shovel and a fucking knife and shit.
And then as I'm
And
listening
dressed
to
up.
it, somebody posted, "Oh yeah, this is after Alfred Hitchcock." So I'm like, "All right, cool, I get it now. All right, bet."
You even hear him on the damn album.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So he gets into Premonition. I'm like, "All right, he's spitting just like he was spitting on the first track, Kamikaze." I fuck with it. I got it. Then it gets to Unaccommodating, and Young M.A. pop up, and I'm like, "Excuse me."
What the fuck?
Young M.A. sounds great.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, got me there. You gonna learn. I wasn't feeling the beat until Roy spoke. When
Well,
Roy
shout out to
spoke,
White.
then I was like,
Shout out to my boy White Gold. He's on the hook.
nice. Yeah, when Roy spoke, I was like, okay, we're here, we're good. And we all know how I feel about Royce teaming with M. Royce is the one that brings the best out of M.
Royce is on here like
sure.
3 times.
Yeah,
Produced
just
like,
vocally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he produces
yeah.
and he produced like 3 tracks.
Right.
I think 2.
Or whatever.
2.
Yeah.
So then, of course, the Alfred, the interludes come into play. Those kind of nights, it was It wasn't because the song was bad. I couldn't picture M doing what he was talking about. So it was kind of like
47 at the end of the day.
Yeah, it was like, like, I'm high. The girl told me, I'm bi. And it was like, okay.
But the way he was flipping the words and shit.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was just the story and stuff. I was like, all right, whatever. Then he gets to In Too Deep.
Yeah.
And the hook on In Too Deep is incredible.
Really?
I really like the hook to In Too Deep.
Wow.
So then when he starts making the little funny lines here and there all throughout, to me, it was what I grew up appreciating about M. You write a good song. You have some funny, goofy-ass lyrics in between time as you're spitting.
Yeah.
Because that is who you are in my eyes.
Yeah. That's who he is.
So I can fuck with it now.
He's the class clown of hip hop.
Right. Then we get to the track where Busby thought I was just making this whole time.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla with
Bro.
Juice WRLD.
Rest in
Round
peace.
of a fucking applause.
This was layers because Nick Cannon on his diss track, one of his boys on the diss track said, Juice, the guy should have took Eminem instead of Juice WRLD.
Yeah.
And then Juice WRLD's on the M's album.
Yeah. A chess move.
Chess, not checkers.
So then he spazzed, as far as I'm concerned, he spazzed the fuck out of Godzilla.
Oh,
and he did
the rap god.
He did the rap god Ultra.
That was faster than Twista and fucking Busta Rhymes and Tech Nine.
And he was throwing some corny lyrics in there too, here and there. But again, when you make a good song,
Yep.
structure wise, I can deal with that because again, it's part of M's the Slim Shady Eminem persona.
Yeah.
So I get it. It's cool. Darkness, of course.
Darkness is the story track, which is talking
And
about.
I'll be honest, man. That shit, it was dark as fuck.
Yeah,
It was
Like
too-
seriously,
That's
it
why
was
you know
Las Vegas
is
is
too
dark as
dark.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
the
dark
Las
as
Vegas
fuck.
But that's
Sniper.
vintage shady. That is
I know. Don't get me
vintage
wrong.
him.
I understand the shit, but like, just to me, it was like I could listen to this one
But
time.
to me, I like that.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
for sure.
A lot of people complain about that too. They're like, "Oh my god, you mean to tell me it's about this perspective? Oh, he's gonna gain all his followers." And I'm like, "Fam, this is what y'all bitch and complain
This
about
is
is
what
missing in
he's
hip hop.
done.
It's just this is what you
I know.
complain about is missing in hip hop.
Yeah,
The
true.
storytelling,
that.
like
Yeah.
the aspects of it.
But
Like,
why do we get mad at Jonah Lucas but praise Eminem? Because Eminem birthed this shit.
yeah,
Anyway, go on.
Joyner Lucas ain't got good hooks.
And he's corny. Let's just be real. Like, the motherfucker's a cornball, bro. I mean, it is what it is.
Anyway, Leaving Heaven. Go on.
Leaving Heaven, I felt like he's still holding on to Skylar Grey, and God bless him for that.
I said the same fucking thing.
Oh, yes, he is.
Because had he got Halsey on that, and this was before I listened to Halsey's album. So it ain't even coming from that bias of coming off of, no. Had he got Halsey on
She
it.
killed the hook, though. Skylar Grey killed that hook.
I'm just saying,
Personally,
man,
for me.
like, she's just lingering on at this point. Like, it's just like, time to cut ties, bro.
Yaya is...
Busta.
Oh, my
This
God.
is, if you're a rapper, if you're just a fan of rap, this is what you
Only
live for.
person missing on this was Busta Rhymes himself.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about old school vintage Busta.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the scenario type Busta?
I'm going to leave my thoughts to JC.
To me, Royce the 5'9" threw up a lob, and he was like, whoever gets it gets to have the poster.
And then Eminem and
it was
Eminem
between
and
Black Thought and Eminem.
And they were literally battling me. I'll get to that. Go on.
Yeah. Q-Tip had a nice approach to it.
Oh, his shit was nice, man. Q-Tip just sounds good on records,
Yeah, so
man.
the first half overall, like, I'm listening to this, and again, I'm texting the chat in real time what's going on, because I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, bruh, he's not missing right now. Like, and even if he did miss, it was probably one of those, you know, whoop-de-whoop, I did a 360, dunked it, and it bounced out, but oh, well, whatever. It was still amazing. Still be on ESPN.
It still look good.
Yeah. Then he gets to the stepdad interlude, which then comes to stepdad.
Which was a... go on.
How do you feel about that one?
Stepdad, I know I've said in the past, I get it. We know we've heard it before time and time again. We know you had a fucked up childhood.
Right.
Get it. What are you going to talk about? Again, the format of the songwriting, I like this fucking song.
Okay.
What do you think about it?
Personally, I like the verses, but that hook is complete garbage to me, dog. First of all, I'll be honest with you, like, one of my biggest critiques about Eminem, the reason why I fell off listening to him like as much as I did when he first came out, is his singing. I never liked his singing. So he's singing on this fucking hook, and it's that same sound.
And
like,
he always has
like that high pitched ass, like
and then he has the low pitch, and he has the low pitch singing with him and shit like that.
Yeah, man, like it's just a mix. Like something about the way it sounds to me, it just don't resonate.
Yeah, I feel you.
No, I've always been a fan of him vocalizing.
Yeah, same here.
It's when he does it. It's when he does it. It's when he does just lose it. Ah, it's that shit. Then it's like,
he was on drugs.
That shit.
He was on drugs.
That's just
no. This type of stuff is, I like what he did with Superman.
Nah, see,
I fuck with what he did on Superman. That's what made the song.
I get you. I understand it, but like, I just personally, it's not my taste. You know
I could get that, but how it was, especially how whoever mixed his vocals for that,
Mike Strange. That's what
yeah. Mike Strange did a damn good job.
He's one of Dre's right hand man.
Yeah, Marsh I enjoyed.
That was Vince.
Never Love Again.
Vintage jam, dog. Yeah, that shit was Marsh was vintage.
Like second half, it was
hit or miss.
I don't want to say hit or miss because I did enjoy the bulk of it. It was just at that point there was a little drop off from the first half, just with the strength of the songs.
Yeah.
But that's not to say the songs in the second half were bad.
Yeah,
it was just in comparison to what he had done.
Anderson .Paak showed up on this shit.
Yeah,
with Lock It Up.
Which I like that one.
Little Engine was hard.
Don Toliver.
You really love this record.
Don Toliver on No Regrets.
Oh, you fucking with Don Toliver though? So I mean,
yeah, but even after that, it was just what a strange combination.
And it worked.
Like Juice WRLD, and it fucking worked.
Yep.
So you have that, and then what's the?
And then
we get the Slaughterhouse reunion.
Half reunion.
And
three quarters.
M had the respect by not calling it Slaughterhouse. If he was an asshole, he would have just put Slaughterhouse. But
which to me, I don't think it has disrespect. I always look at when the majority of the group is together, then you can call it by the group name. Yeah, so that's how I look at it. Like when I see,
and not only that, but Joe Budden even said on his podcast, he was like, if it's three quarters, or if it's three of them, even if it was him and let's say Crooked was out, it's still supposed to be Slaughterhouse.
But I think M has that old. I think M has that old school mentality. Like I think he wanted to give him the proper respect. Like it was all four of y'all. This is Slaughterhouse. Or on some Run DMC shit.
Or because contractually, Joe Budden is still a part of Slaughterhouse. So if you credit that, you got to credit.
Could be.
So that there could be something with that too.
But overall,
but it's not fair to have Crooked Eye share a microphone with everybody else. Like it's not.
It's really not.
Crooked Eye is again in my top 10 of most Underrated, undervalued, underappreciated. All time.
For sure.
It's not fair for him to be on these records.
As a fan of that, a fan of Slaughterhouse, it pisses me off because I was like, Joe could have killed that. Because the beat, the beat was perfect for him.
Yeah.
And it was like, come on, Joe.
Well, did you catch the first interlude?
Which one?
Did you catch? I know it probably wasn't intended shade at Joe, but I caught it.
Which first interlude? The Alfred interlude?
Yeah. And he said, "Notice this will be called mood music."
Oh, it was.
Oh yeah,
I get it, but that was. On
I understand. I said it was probably unintentional, but it was the simple fact that it's there.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, all around, what do you feel about the album, JC?
This is his best project since the Eminem show.
Wow,
I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Mighty talk. I like
this.
This
is his best project since the Eminem show. Because as I'm listening to it, it reminded me of the first time I listened to the Eminem show.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I understand. So, at first, when I got home, because JC was real, he even bought the damn album.
Yeah, no, that's how strongly I feel about this project. I bought it.
Yeah. So at first, when I got home, because I was tired, so I listened to it on first listen, and it was 20 tracks. I was excited, but M was throwing too many words at me. Not too many words. I sound like Maul now. What the fuck? No, it was just like too much. But it was just like, okay, let me kick back. Let me listen to it tomorrow morning, and let me go back to this. I went back to this shit, and I'm listening to everything he was rapping, and I was just like, oh yeah. Oh, this is vintage, and oh yeah. It was like Kamikaze gave me that feeling. Kamikaze gave me that feeling on the first one because she's rapping normal. Because for the longest time, from Recovery, after Relapse, it was from Recovery, Marsha Matters, LP2, and Revival. Even the soundtracks it was on, Shady XD and the fucking XV and the fucking Southpaw soundtrack, he was rapping just like so differently than how he is. Yeah. And I'm like, why are you rapping like this? This is not how you rap. And then Revival happened, which was the breaking point where everyone just said, what kind of shit is that? And then pretty much lit a fire under his ass, and he dropped Kamikaze. And I heard him rap, but like, oh, so you can still do this? Oh, mother nigga. So then I hear this shit, and I get all the way, I was like, premonition, I was like, okay. And I'm going down, all the way down to fucking Godzilla, and I was like, oh, motherfucker. I love Leaving Heaven. My highlight tracks, I love Leaving Heaven. From Godzilla all the way down to Stepdad, which I feel was just, that was vintage M. The storytelling M. Marsh was vintage Shady Rhymes, especially how he was just kicking back on the second verse, and he was just like, I could keep beefing. What's the point? I can make it really hard for you to come to Detroit. Right. And it was still maturity at the end because he showed some growth in a way because he wasn't really flat out really dissing. Like he was dissing people like he usually does, but he wasn't really going out the way to send a fucking 40 bar to fucking Machine Gun Kelly type of shit like he did on Not Alike. He was really just like almost like. He was mature, like, why am I gonna diss these niggas now? Why? What's the point? Right. Like, what's the point of dissing you guys now? And he had his Marty McFly moment. If you don't know what the Marty McFly moment is, if you've seen Back to the Future Part 3, he just realizes he's an asshole. And that's what he just realized. Like, fuck these dudes. But, like, Never Love Again was cool. Another song you didn't highlight, we didn't talk about, which I really feel should be a single, which I would feel will go in the mainstream, is Farewell, with the dance hall sample.
Yes, that one went... Honestly, on both, because I listened to it twice, on both listens, it actually went through one ear and out the other. So I don't know if that was, maybe it was just knowing that the record's coming afterwards. So you're kind of
preparing yourself.
Yeah, maybe, and that's not to say it's a bad song. Maybe it's just a victim of just bad placement. Yeah. Because
at first I didn't like it. I thought it was
lost in the sauce, man.
Yeah, at first I felt it was too pop, but then when I listened to it, I was like, nah, this is just fine. I can see that song getting played in the clubs. I can see that song getting played on the radio.
I'll take your word for it though. Like that's actually one I'm gonna go back and listen to it by itself without the context. Yeah,
because it's a good record. Like the hook is good, everything. And then This has contender for album of the year in my opinion until Kendrick drops. But I had to put that in there.
Yeah, asterisks
until Kendrick drops or whoever. But Eminem, like people don't want to admit it because they're trying to get on him for the Ariana Grande line and shit, and they're trying to get on him for other shit he was saying on the 47. You start rapping like this. Someone just pointed this out. Eminem has never changed. This is who he's been since he came out with the Slim Shady LP. This is his gimmick. This is who he is.
Yeah,
like he's Dave Chappelle. in a way.
Yeah, from my point of view, because I wanted you to get your piece out. For me, the reason why it took me back to Eminem's show compared to what he's dropped recently is just the simple fact that
Dre was on this shit too.
Yeah, Dre's on 7 of the tracks, included all 4 of the interludes, intro, outro included.
Yeah.
So Dre's influence is here. As we said, Royce the 5'9" makes his production debut on 2 of the tracks here. Mr. Porter's back.
Yeah.
He gets DA got that dope for Godzilla.
A lot of these tracks. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like so that to me was an important factor. He got the familiar faces, but he did start branching out to get some newer
acts, which is kind of what I wanted from him. Which again,
to me, I have no complaints. That's perfect. Number 2, I felt like he was trying to over mature himself on Revival. That's why it sucked to me.
Because he was
and the album will forever be asked to me, and nobody can change my mind.
Never.
I'm not saying that about you. I'm just saying that nobody can change my mind about that album.
Yeah.
Kamikaze was a step in the right direction, but lyrically, it didn't hit me until today, where it was like, fam, the reason why I didn't connect is because he basically made a Ja Rule blood in my eye. The whole fucking project was just a response. I don't want to hear that from M.
Yeah. Right. He was pissed. He wanted to get it out of his system. I think that's what he wanted to get it out of his system.
And to me, that's cool. It's just when your song structure is based on responding to everybody else, to me, that's not a good... It's not a good... equation for success for somebody of that caliber.
That's why people were
because M is not a viral rapper.
Yeah,
he doesn't do shit just for the shit to get the attention to sell. We know he can rap. He doesn't have to sell records outside of rapping. Yeah. So to me, when he was doing that, it was like, fam, you could have made a couple tracks and that would have been cool. But
he said that was the original plan.
Right.
He said that he was gonna do the Ringer and maybe one more song, but he had to get it all out of his system and it just became an album.
Yeah. Which again, I appreciate the honesty, but it's also the reason out of 13 tracks, I only vibe with 5. This, on the other hand. His lines about his opposition is literally just it's here and there. Again,
it's sprinkled out throughout.
Again, the corny lines are funny again.
Yeah,
because it's not the center. The centerpiece, and these songs are greatly constructed. To the point where I don't mind the triple, quadruple. Super fast rapping, and
the rap god,
and it really fit. And then when you put it in that context,
the rap god flow,
because he did that on Not Alike, because he was just playing with his flow, and then all of a sudden he goes into the rapid fire shit, and I was like, he's showing like, so I can do this, and then I can rap normal, because he switches up his flow a lot on this album, which is what I like about him
for sure.
And it was, and the fact that he's 47 still doing this, that's wild to me. Him and Hove could just Hove and Nas, they can literally do this all day. That's how they're like the godfathers of this shit. So it's just amazing.
I gotta give credit to Busby. Because I kept trying to, convince Busby always say, I can see it. He still has it.
Yes.
He still has it. And I'm like, fam, it's not. But no, clearly he.
I told you when I heard the last 3 songs on Revival, I heard that M. I heard it. Like, you're still in there. I know you're still in there. Then I heard the fucking Chloroseptic remix. I'm like, you still in there. Then I heard Kamikaze. There you are, bitch.
I'll say this. I heard it in Kamikaze. Like, he still had like that in him. The only problem to me was that he was just stuck on the old shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, for example, he didn't have like these bouncy style beats and shit. He didn't have he basically had his own style of beat. You know, like the way he does them.
He still has that on this album.
He still has it, but he has a new twist to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I loved about this one. It took what he did best, and made it new. You know what I'm saying?
And everyone that doesn't want to agree, they don't want to admit this album is good. Because I'm looking on social media, people don't want to admit this was good. And it happened with Kamikaze, and it's going to happen more now. People are just like, they don't want to admit because it's cool to hate on Eminem. But it's like, dude, like, really? This is another thing.
Yeah, you look stupid in the light now.
Another fun fact I found out that Eminem has opened every decade with an album. In 2000, it was the Martian Matters LP. 2010, it was Recovery. 2020, this album.
Yeah. I think I came up with a theory as to why M as an artist, just in general. M's his
legacy,
his run, so his legacy.
Which run?
Just his entire legacy. It was too late for the golden era, the golden age, which was 86 to 95. but it was too early for the internet era.
Yeah.
So while his prime was the perfect time for him to bridge from millennium to millennium and then have that run.
Yeah.
That was only the short term. And long term, his legacy is affected by that because he's a little too late to be put in with the greats because people don't necessarily want to admit it.
Yeah.
And he's too early to figure out how to maneuver and adapt with the internet.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
gotcha.
he wants to, but I think he sees what he has to do, but he refuses to do it because he's too old school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's the perception of it is that how he's perceived by both old heads who are like, yo, rap. Because even there's a bunch of old heads who are like, you know,
I don't listen to
we don't bump Eminem, we don't fuck with Eminem. Like, and compared to the cats where, you know, it's fun to hate on M on social media.
Right.
But what you can't take away from him is the fact that he is not only a rapper, but he's a hip hop nerd.
He knows what he's... Dude, on Black Thought's verse... On Black Thought's verse on Yaya, you heard M during Black Thought's verse. You heard M in the background just go, "Keep going!"
Yeah,
like you know he had the thin face, like, "Oh, motherfucker!"
And that's something you can never take away from.
He probably said it like that too.
Yeah, Tommy looks like him too. That shit. Yeah,
the thought is written.
The thought is written.
But no, that's one thing that you can never. I will never associate Culture Vulture with
Eminem,
with Marshall Mathers ever.
I mean,
I'm not doing that.
I'm still amazed he's still pissing people off. He's been in this shit for almost 20 years, and people are mad about the Ariana Grande line. Like, are you serious? You still mad at this?
That's ridiculous.
You're still getting triggered by this nigga? Ridiculous. And even though at the end of the Marshall Mathers LP, the last few bars he says, "Half the shit I say, I just make it up to make you mad," and he's still making you mad even when he doesn't try.
Yeah,
that's wild. I'll never forget when some motherfuckers, God bless Mac Miller, but some nigga, before Mac Miller even died, they felt Mac Miller surpassed Eminem.
What kind of shit is that?
No. Nah, man.
Nah.
You can hear, you just talk yourself. Sorry. I don't know nobody listen. Only white people do. There must be a whole lot of white people because when I look at them charts and I see those numbers.
There are a whole lot of white people.
Yeah, there is. So it's a whole lot of black people, but black people don't like streaming.
I mean, people just say wild shit. I had somebody tell me that there's no Jay-Z fans in the Bay.
Who said?
Huh?
Yeah, no, I had that happen to me over the weekend.
On Twitter?
On Facebook. Yeah, no, I had somebody...
Silence!
I literally had somebody tell me that they... there's no Jay fans in the Bay. And so I was like, fam, I'm in San Jose. Like, that's impossible. That's not true.
Yeah, so you're lying already.
And then it goes to, well, it's just... I was like, matter of fact, he sold Oracle out 3 years ago. Then it went from nobody in the Bay listens to it to, well, that's gentrification. So then when I asked this man, I pointed that the hypocrisy out. I'm like, first you said there's no artists, then you're saying it's gentrification. When I asked him, is it Uchi Wally or One Mic? He then asked, who? What is that? And at that point, then I was like...
How old was he?
Oh, my God. I was grown. And at that point, I was like, okay, all right.
Yeah, that's
and then I find out
anything you need to know.
Then I find out from a friend, he's like, nah, he's...
slow?
He's real East Oakland.
Okay.
I get it.
No East Coast knowledge whatsoever.
Yeah,
that's what they mean. I know niggas like that. I know niggas like that. They have no other knowledge.
So at that point, it was like, okay. Because then his next rebuttal to that was, when's the last time you heard Jay-Z at the Sideshow? And I was like, bet. I got you, dog.
Yeah.
Got you.
No, that makes sense. That makes
sense.
But
yeah, it's just, the point.
I've never heard that before.
I just don't want to.
Motherfucker say
tell me
anything
that he's a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying? Like he can't say that to me.
But you said he's whole East Oakland, which means he only listens to the Bay Area rappers.
Just West Coast, period.
Yeah. That's all you need to know.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Eminem, this album is by far one of his best works. This is his best since Relapse.
This is everything I wanted from him.
And this is everything. Yeah. He gave me everything on Relapse. This is a return to form. I'm like, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. The fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the fuck I want from him. Now keep rapping like that.
I'm always a big. I always preach. I'm a big fan of Durag M.
Now you talk Beard M. Now how about Beard M?
Still kind of weird.
But this is a step. This is the M. This is the M that I like above Durag M, which is a reflection of M before he got that 50 Cent is the Future mixtape.
Oh my God, I hate that. I hate it when he had the do-rag and he was trying to talk. He's trying to rap gangster and shit. That was like, Marshall, that's not you. You need to stop. I don't know how I'm saying that to a guy who talks about killing his damn mom and killing his wife.
Yeah,
but
that's not you. But you know,
you rap about this other crazy shit. But don't talk about busting guns.
That's on brand.
Yeah, he's talking about killing motherfuckers.
Shit,
that's not you. But this album called
whatever the albums.
Yeah, music to be murdered by. Now that's you. Yeah,
yes.
That's you.
You killing people now, but murder, it's you.
Yep, that's the one.
You shooting motherfuckers. Now don't do that. But you stab bitches. That's you. But
you burying them?
Huh?
I said, you burying them?
You burying them? But yeah, Eminem, y'all gonna appreciate Marshall Mathers while he's still here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Appreciate that, man, because there won't be another like him. I'll tell you that right now.
I like this project so much that when he plans on going on tour, I will be.
You gonna go overseas?
No, there's money to be made here in the country still.
Well, I hope, so, tell him that. I've been saying that for years.
There's money to be made here.
Come to Levi's.
When that time comes, and if everything comes together, because life happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna be with you. And Larissa, it's gonna be a whole family event. You can join too.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be crying tears of joy, rapping along to kill you.
I'm gonna be looking like fucking Kevin Hart in the GIF, just.
Yep, that's me. That will be me. Eminem coming out
as fuck listening to that third verse of Godzilla, like, bro.
That goes behind the rap god.
Yeah,
I don't know how he had breath control on that shit. I don't know how
I'm saying.
I don't know how they punched him in. Like,
there's no way they could have.
Like, I want to see how his writing process was.
I don't feel like there's a way that they could punch that shit in.
I don't know how Em was writing all that shit,
timing,
and then he kept going and going, and he was like, "Well, we'll see if I can do this."
Well, if I just say it's 4 times faster, like
exactly.
Shit.
But again, I want to give another props to Royce.
I think
I was already anticipating his album, which we thought he was making his production debut on, with his own album, The Allegory.
The Allegory, yep.
Which is going to drop February 21st.
Yeah, next month.
So I thought that's what was going to be his production debut.
No.
Nah, fam. This man comes on and not only does the first track he's featured on, which is You Gonna Learn, but he's the one that produced Darkness.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's nuts. He's now, to me, Royce is very scary now.
Oh, yeah.
Royce was already scary as an MC. But as an overall artist, now that he's starting to figure out this production shit.
Oh, yeah.
To me, that makes him a very interesting, dangerous person in the industry right now.
I have a prediction. I think after Royce drops this album and he goes on this run, I will not be surprised if him and M do Bad Meets Evil 2 later this year or maybe next year.
I can see it.
But Royce dropped a new record too, Overcomer, featuring Westside Gunn.
He had some bars for.
Oh, he had bars. The whole song was bars, but he also had bars from his former label mate, fucking Yellow Wolf.
Yeah, M had quick bars for Joe.
I don't say that. The Joe one, I don't think that was.
I mean, that was like
I said, they were quick bars.
I don't think that was a line.
Quick bars.
I don't think it was about him.
It was with the quickness. I'm not gonna say it was centered around him, but
could have been, might have been, but M's not known to be subliminal. Is what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm saying. When you say Trader Joe, like the double entendre, that's where I'm getting at.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
M is an entendre guy. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take like M is in that J class.
He's not like Pusha T though.
Entendre, fucking just wordplay all around.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So I'm not putting that past him where he's just like, hey, it's a coincidence. No,
no, bro.
I spent this whole album.
We know you.
I spent this whole album realizing, no, you remembered who you are.
Yeah.
So
it was vintage M, and that's what I loved about this shit. It was vintage Eminem.
Yeah,
and that's all I wanted from him. But yeah, Royce fucking dropped his new record with Westside Gunn, and he had some lines to fucking Yellow Wolf and pretty much alluded that he's a fucking racist. And it got to the point that Yellow Wolf went on Instagram and sent pretty much a shot at Royce, and it said, "You and me," pretty much he was promoting the video, and he said, "But numbers don't lie, don't they, Royce, the 5'9". He said, "Yo, Eminem, at Eminem, get your hype man before the wolves do. I ain't worried." So then Royce screenshots it, puts on his Instagram and says, "I can remove you quicker than you deleted this post." He said, "I can remove you quicker than you deleted this post, David Duke, and nobody can stop me. See, you want it one way. You want it to be one way, but it's the other way." And I was just like, "Oh shit."
Yellow Wolf gonna put M in a situation where you gotta.
M is already in that situation, man.
M ain't said nothing yet. But he gonna put him in that situation where
you know what I'm gonna have to do
because M ain't choosing Yellow Wolf over Royce,
and he knows that he knows Kid Rock is cool with he's a Trump supporter, and Yellow Wolf is a Confederate flag wearing. I mean,
not only that, bro, but I'm looking at this fucking at the post itself, right?
Yeah.
When you see two lightning bolts like that,
what's those mean?
That has, if I'm not mistaken, that has to do with Aryan shit, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, Yellow Wolf.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Tell Larissa that she gonna hate
and then
that
not
too.
only that, but he's got the
skulls.
GC in the middle, so that's Ghetto Cowboy. I'm assuming
Ghetto Cowboy
that has something to do with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In between these lightning bolts, it's like I don't know. I kind of see what Royce is talking about now. At first, I didn't get it.
Dude.
It's gonna be like
now
that.
I get
It's
it.
gonna be like that. The black guy in the MAGA outfit. He's like, all that racism, I need that.
I need that. I need that too. Yeah. I like Yellow Wolf. Damn it.
Yeah,
that's rough.
Shady 2.0 was such a disappointment, man. We already talked about it like years ago.
And the wild thing is, it was only a disappointment because of the execution, not because of the talent.
Yeah. Can you imagine if it was Slaughterhouse and they had separate deals along with Yellow Wolf and then Griselda and Boogie? Man. And fuck shits and giggles.
And Power was G-Unit Shady Aftermath.
Damn shit.
Oh, come on, man.
Speaking of Aftermath, today, I guess this week was the 15-year anniversary of the documentary?
The 18th.
Oh, it's 15.
So,
No, it's 15 years.
It's 15
the
years.
15 years, but it was on the 18th.
Oh.
Actual January 18th.
January 18th.
Yeah,
last week. Yeah. It's like how you said that. We've always talked about that. I feel like we talked about this album a lot. I feel we have.
Well, it always gets brought up because of the G-Unit talks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I don't think we ever went in depth with it.
Game has been dropping recently too. You know,
but I don't think we ever went in depth with it in terms of just by itself.
Yeah. I mean, I remember when I first heard the album. I knew Game, of course, but I remember when I first heard the album in its entirety for the first time. I knew I listened to something special. I was like, "This is different than any other fucking G-Unit project. This is fucking." When you know Dr. Dre was literally was the blueprint on this whole album, you know, and then behind it, later on you find out 50 Cent was too. But it was just like a Frankenstein of an album or a project. It was literally the perfect album,
Right.
the perfect West Coast album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? 18 tracks total, 17 because
18
one was an
tracks.
interlude.
Yeah,
Which was the intro.
Intro to the documentary. Yep.
Yeah.
West Side Story with 50 Dreams.
50's on what? Three
of them.
songs?
3
Yeah, he's on 3 songs. He's got credits on another 3. Mm-hmm.
production.
Dre and the crew are all laced throughout it. I am still amazed.
Got Storage too.
Storage.
I'm still amazed
Yep.
to this day how he was able to get Havoc and Just Blaze to give him West Coast catered sounds.
Yeah.
Because that Havoc beat on I Don't Need Your Love does not sound like a Havoc beat in general.
It does not. It sounds like a Dre beat.
Like that shit sounds so gritty, but it's not bodega gritty. Like you can feel the West Coast in it. And even though it's an LA Game's an LA artist, like it's West Coast in general, you know the difference.
Yeah,
for sure.
So I'm still in awe of that. Again, this was one of the first times I heard Marsha Ambrosius on a hip hop record. Mm-hmm. This is the start of her run. I've always said she's undefeated.
Start from Scratch, one of the best songs Game's done.
She's undefeated on rap records as a feature.
Running is an underrated track with Tony Yayo.
Shout out to High Tech.
Yeah,
High Tech's another producer that got lost in the shuffle during the 2000s. Yeah, but High Tech he did his thing on that one.
And We Ain't with featuring M. And I love Gabe's story about how, I don't know if it's real or not. Well, it's probably real. When M wrote the song, he said M was just in a wife beater and sweats with a do-rag on.
You're probably.
And he had a whole bunch of Taco Bell and Mountain Dew. And Game just came in there and he was like, okay. And then he just went off to the side and started writing. And he put his hoodie on and then was just like having a cipher with himself and rapping to the wall.
Yeah.
Game just looking at him like, what the fuck? And it goes in there and spits his verse, and he's just like, "Oh shit!" Then he just knew at that moment, I will not fuck with that white boy.
Yeah,
he Game's crazy, but he knows not to fuck with the white boy.
Yeah.
He went on record and said, "I will not fuck with that white boy."
Didn't he say on the record too, like M just murdered me on my own shit?
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
he knew it. I mean, I didn't feel the verse was that cool. It was cool, but it wasn't for my standards. It was just like I feel that was around that time period where he was kind of on autopilot at that time period with Encore. Like he was floating towards Encore, and it came to a point where I was noticing his verses were lazy. But it was good. But there was like you could have went harder. But it's good enough.
I'll tell you this. Ying 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 on a motherfucker game. He could have held his own with M on that.
Who?
The ying 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 on a motherfucking game.
Yeah.
But Game on his first album, I understood why he was like, nah, I'm not even gonna try it.
Yeah.
M just killed me on my own shit, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, fuck it. I can understand why.
Yeah.
You gotta have some season
Yeah, for sure.
to go at that M, because even though that's not M at his best, that is still M.
And you piss him off.
Yeah. So
Like,
that's
the M I like when he gets pissed off.
Yeah, so if that was Blood Money Game, I can see him having a better verse at that point.
Yeah.
To go up against him, but you need some years on you. And Game.
And when M has a feature,
sure.
he will just keep writing. He's like 16. No, you extend the beat.
Right.
I tell you when I'm done.
Yeah.
This will go on for 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Anyway, and of course, Where I'm From, two Nate Dogg songs back to back. Where I'm From, and then Don't Worry with Mary J. Blige, which is also an underrated record.
Yep.
And Like Father, Like Son with Busta, that's cool. But
I fucking love that song, man. That's a good way to end the.
You ever hear
album.
the bonus track with Mr. Porter?
That was a bonus
So the wheels
track.
Yeah, there was like 4 bonus tracks, I believe, on, on
The one that came with
bonus disc.
the DVD.
Yeah.
Till the wheels fall off.
I think I vaguely.
Yeah,
It's a
Oh,
smoother.
yeah.
It's a smoother track. It's a
That
nice
shit's
one.
hard.
Yeah.
Man, Mr. Porter, aka con artist for all the D12 folks. Damn. But yeah, the document. Sometimes I just look at this album and say this was the breaking point for G Unit. That's the craziest thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Like it's just like fuck, man. If y'all would have just checked
If you
your
think
egos,
about it, man, that's sad that this was the breaking point.
that was
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. It
Because,
was
like,
envy,
bro.
ego.
yeah, like couldn't you just be happy for dude? Like, all right, he did what he did. Now let's work on the next one. You know what I mean? But
I know
get
you,
it.
and I know you're starting to diss other people and shit like that, man. But Game, you should have just left Game alone. I know it's your business partner and shit, but that's how 50 is. He's heavy on loyalty.
See, I always felt that way until recent events. Because Jim Jones a few weeks ago went on radio saying, yeah, first time I met Game, we chopping it up. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to start beefing with him after I drop my album.
But then again, Game and 50 are like alpha males. They're both alpha males.
maybe at that point he already had something brewing.
I understand that, but to let an outsider know that
well,
before it happens.
how much of an outsider is Jim Jones? Because if you know, Jim Jones is blood also. You know what I mean? Like, who's to say that they didn't know it? Like, I'm not saying on like that's my buddy type bullshit.
Let me
But,
rephrase
they
that.
were,
A contractual
like,
outsider.
Okay,
Somebody that
like that,
doesn't deal with your business.
Yeah. Okay.
So let that be known at a time like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that lets me know, and what we know about Game years later now.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I blame
it's
CTE.
what we know about Game now.
Yeah.
I blame
That leads me
yeah.
to because on one hand I get it, like it's like, yo, Fifth, why couldn't you just leave him alone? But when they start breaking that shit down, the amount of times 50 had to kind of play damage control because of what Game would say about other artists that he's like, fam, I got shit lined up.
But then Game 50 didn't help it either when he was dissing Fat Joe and
right.
Jadakiss.
So I agree with that, but at the same time, you can't highlight what 50 was doing and not highlight what Game was doing.
I highlight what both of them do. It was egos. Egos killed G Unit, man. That's what it came down.
Because the rain ended way too early.
Yeah.
Way too early.
The rain was actually had a less rain than Murder Inc. did.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Except the cops didn't come in.
Up and then right back down.
It was highest of highs, and then it all went down. Shady Aftermath G Unit all went down. M went to rehab. Fucking 50 just kind of was 50.
Because shit was Apollo 11, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit.
Lost in the sauce.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, so sports.
Give me what I want!
And I've been waiting, baby.
Sports.
Manners, nigga.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Super Bowl!
And I've been waiting, baby.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
What more can we say? What more can we say?
Shit.
Fuck it. I'm not scared of Aaron Rodgers no more, Martine.
I've been trying to tell you.
I know, but I'm really not now.
That's cool.
He is 1 in what? 3? 1 in 4?
He's now 1-4 in NFC championships.
1 in 3 against
0-3.
0-3
against the Niners in the playoffs.
Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick, and Mr. 8 passes himself.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Hey, man, but you know what? Here's what I'm going to say about that, right? Yeah, Jimmy G only threw 8 passes. But motherfucker, when are you gonna stop the run?
How
like
could you
seriously,
stop
like
it?
when are you gonna stop the run? This month, like Mostert.
I wasn't gonna say for you to defend it. You could have just left it right there and just been like, all right, you threw 8 passes. What you want me to do?
Nah, no, I mean,
And he
it
threw
is.
the
I'm
kiddo
not
out
upset
of
about it.
pettiness. He just out of like, oh yeah, well, I might as well throw it in.
Guess I'll
Here
throw it
you
one
go.
time.
Here you go.
You want to know the wild thing about all that shit is? Jimmy G
G-spot, that's what I call him.
won a game
If you know, you know.
with a Ryan Tannehill stat line, and Ryan Tannehill lost the game with a Jimmy G type stat line.
Yeah.
So what does that say about fans and watchers of the NFL?
They don't know shit.
Shut the fuck up and enjoy what you're seeing.
Because we ran the ball, it was like at will. It was like they reminded me of my old high school football team, man. Shout out to the Evergreen Cougars. I call it the 06 Dynasty because after we left, they all went to shit. But we had a running system where we didn't have a star running back. We just had a rotation, and whoever had the hot hand, that's who was gonna run up the middle and run all over. And we would smash mouth. We just ran it on your ass. The Niners have a similar system. Just the only thing we don't have no elaborate fucking blocking schemes. Like I'll be looking at the blocking schemes of this shit like. This motherfucking Kyle Shanahan's the mastermind. He's surgical with it. Motherfuckers be third and 1. It turns to a 30-yard touchdown.
Shout out Mostert.
Shout out to Mostert.
Raheem Mostert. 7 fucking teams.
Yeah.
No rushing yards in any regular season.
Nope.
Closest he got to anything for the 49ers was 351 yards in preseason for the Eagles in 2015.
And this motherfucker was
Chip Kelly then proceeds to cut him.
Yeah.
Because he had Shady McCoy and he had other
No,
people.
this was after he cut Shady.
Oh,
That's what I was thinking. That's
Yeah.
exactly what the fuck. Remember I was telling you?
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
I
told
don't
me that.
know the timeline. I think it might have been
This is after he traded
Damn.
Shady.
That's why I try to give you some leeway, Chip.
Yeah, nah.
With Cleveland and all that. And
then he was on the practice squad with us,
He
if I'm
was
not
on-
mistaken.
He was on a lot of practice.
Because I remember he was
squads,
on the
bro. I think
practice
he made, like,
squad
4
for
of
us,
them.
and I think that's when Breida went down, and we needed new running backs. We needed like fresh
Yeah.
running backs, so then that's when he
Yeah.
came in,
Yeah.
and he
George
impressed.
Lynch and Kyle Shanahan just looked at him and was like,
George Lynch? You mean John Lynch?
John Lynch, I'm sorry. John Lynch looks at him and is just like, yeah, put him in the backfield.
Right.
They didn't say anything. All John Lynch said was just
who was it,
do
McKinnon?
it. Yeah,
McKinnon.
he was supposed to be the answer.
Yeah, so McKinnon comes in, expected to be the answer, but gets injured 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So then you got to go to the committee, and here comes this motherfucker.
Coleman? Talking about Coleman or
No.
No. Mostert.
Mostert? Yeah.
And every week I see him, it's just, damn.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
seriously.
Anybody want to stop this nigga at some point? Like, jeez.
And they won't touch him. Like you'll see the lanes open like the
Bro.
Red Sea. The linemen, like Shannon Sharp just said, that it's like rage when they block you. They're like, "Oh, nigga, fuck out the way."
Yeah. When they block, they hear Chris Brown, "Don't let me see red."
Yeah, man. I just knew in the first quarter, I was like, okay, that's cool. Ooh. Then we scored. Then we scored again. And then when they hit 27-0, it was 27-0 going into halftime, right?
Yeah.
I walked out like, oh, game blouses. But then I thought, this is still Aaron Rodgers. It ain't over till it's over. And then it was over.
And then
changed
we
the
got
channel.
back, and it was over.
I mean, they tried to come back, but then that defense was all over Aaron Rodgers' ass. Like the part when he fumbled the snap, you should in slow motion. You should have saw the look on Aaron Rodgers' face. He was like, "Ain't this some shit?"
Yeah.
Look at that
like,
shit.
I'll be honest. Once I seen that shit, I was like, "Oh, this is over for them." Like you could see just the whole emotion from their team leaving their bodies.
Yep.
We took
Like
the
for
soul.
real, dude.
Somebody did this.
Somebody did this indeed. We did it. Just destroyed them. And now, after 5 years, I'm sorry, Jed York, we were in the Super Bowl. All I asked for was the NFC Championship. Oh, no, I just wanted to go to the game. I just wanted to get there. We won at Levi's. The first NFC Championship game won at Levi's.
Yep.
And we're heading to Miami. To the Super Bowl LIV.
Miami.
Fuck, tickets are expensive. We're going to watch that from the couch. But
That was when we started at 4,000.
shit.
Shit, they got travel packages for 4,000.
For real.
See, if I won the lotto, we out there.
Oh yeah, that's all top. Like I said,
we'll be in a studio.
and this is
out
what
that
I was
bitch.
telling Buzzy earlier, JC. I was like, bruh, because he was talking about how, oh yeah, we just cash out, right? And I was
Yeah.
like, motherfucker, look, let's just say the lotto is $300 million. Realistically, you get about $150, right?
Yeah.
If you don't come back with at least 149, like
You
bro,
failed. You've done something wrong.
You've done something totally wrong. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now it was funny as the game was going on. I'm watching, and then Liz don't watch football, but she's a Niners fan. By association, and so she's like, woo, she's like, don't you miss it, don't you miss it. As she's saying that, I'm watching, and all I'm hearing is Mufasa, remember who you are. Remember who you are. And they got to the point where Mostert got the third touchdown, and I was like, touchdown up.
Touchdown! And I
Shit.
touchdown! Yeah. What did I just do? Okay.
So then I put it out as a joke where it's Batman and the Phantom Menace.
Yeah. One of the best movies ever.
Yeah, where's no hundreds and he's got the mask and it's like Niner Gang and I'm like,
looking at it.
do I do it? Do I come back?
Yeah.
Well, for this game I will.
Oh.
The homie Mike's on the staff.
Huh?
My homie Mike's is the assistant special teams coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got reason to.
Yeah, okay.
And number 2. It'll be a cold day in fucking hell before I root for the Chiefs.
Oh, yeah.
After what I did with the
part.
4 years with the Raiders, hell no.
It sucks. It sucks for Raider fans. Just not.
It's over. It's nightmare.
It's literally their divisional rival.
Yeah.
Going against your Bay Area rival.
Yeah. This is the worst nightmare.
Here's the thing, though. They're no longer the Bay Area rival.
But I'm just saying in general.
But for this year, because the year hasn't ended yet, they haven't gone to Vegas yet.
I'll give you that.
Now, add this.
What's up?
This is the last year in the Bay, and this is the Super Bowl they have to see before they leave the Bay.
That's true.
Damn.
It's
That
the
is true,
divisional
dude.
rival against the former Bay rival, and it's technically still the Bay rival because there's one more game left.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't mention our opponents. Yeah, we're going against Kansas City. They beat the shit out the Titans.
Yeah.
Which again, everybody was like, oh, Titans are going to do it. And then they're up 10-0, and I was like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
And then here comes Tyreek Hill just...
right?
Huh?
They got to 17-0.
No, it was 17-7.
17-7, yeah.
Oh,
It was
okay,
10-0,
okay. Yeah.
and then Tyreek Hill just...
Yeah.
He scored 10, and I was like, yeah, that didn't take long.
Yeah.
And they got another one, and I was like, all right, it'll be interesting. And then here comes Tyreek.
Yep.
And
I was like,
Patrick Mahomes. That touchdown by Patrick Mahomes. I was like, what the
Patrick
fuck?
Mahomes, I was just under the impression Patrick Mahomes was like running, and he's like, all right, I'm going to go out of bounds. Oh, they're not coming. Well, fuck it. Bye.
Pretty much. And they were trying to arm tackle, trying to strip the ball out, and then he get a touchdown.
Yeah.
That's the thing, dude. Like, I'm looking at that shit like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? How often do you get a chance to hit the quarterback?
Yeah.
Knock his ass out.
Especially-
Don't go for the fucking ball. The ball will come out.
Because the Chiefs
Just
hit
hit him hard
Tannehill.
enough.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you saw one of the plays. The Chiefs didn't hesitate to hit Tannehill when he ran.
Oh, yeah.
They knocked his ass to the ground. I was surprised he got back up right away.
That's what the fuck you're supposed to do with a quarterback when he becomes a runner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
Take his
knock
ass
his
out.
ass out.
Now, this matchup with the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, this is going to be a classic. I could see it.
Just the Blood Bowl.
Yeah, no pun intended. Red and gold versus just red and what? What's their colors? Red and orange?
Mustard.
Yeah,
Red and white.
When white, whatever.
If it was in Gainesville, the spirit of Aaron Hernandez would be around.
Yep.
Shit.
And then when you go to the game, it's gonna be a whole bunch of red. You don't know if they're Niners or fucking Kansas City fans,
Or if they're from Compton.
or both. I mean, shit. I know YG was a Niner fan, and he turned to a Los Angeles Rams fan.
I get that.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
That makes
to me, whenever a team relocates, I
Yeah.
feel like that's when,
Yeah, culture shit.
yeah.
Schoolboy Q kept that same energy and stayed a Niner fan. Did you see his IG live? His IG story?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
My cousin got his hair permed out for one of the games. I forgot which one of the games it was, and he's over there taking pictures with him. It was during the regular season.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Because Q went up to one of the games. He's over there in fucking IG with pictures of him.
It was when we played against LA.
Yeah,
Actually,
the Rams.
he
Yeah.
came to that game.
Yeah.
And jumping up and down. It's really Jason's hurt about this. He's really hurt.
Cowboys fans are sick.
Oh, they sick. I love it.
They are.
Somebody did this.
I love it.
And see, that's
Learn to love it.
And that's what it boils down to. That's why it hurts for both Raiders and Cowboys fans. Because Raiders and Cowboys fans are kind of like cousins.
How so?
I'll break it down.
The Niners.
Oh, Jerry
No.
Jones
I can break it down for you in terms of how this goes because I've seen it firsthand. There is a pipeline between the two organizations where Jerry Jones
That's what
and
I'm
Al
saying. Al
Davis
Davis.
used to be like.
Al Davis
yeah.
taught Jerry
Yeah.
Jones everything he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jerry Jones still looks after Mark.
Yeah.
To, just kind of give them some free game. And then if you look at kind of transactions throughout the years, it's a pipeline there. Mm-hmm. And when staff members, there's a pipeline there. Like, they always seem to go back and forth. Yeah. So it would make sense as the fans, I'm sure the fans would never catch on to that. But it would just make sense that the fans, they see that back and forth. It's more sort of like a playful, we don't like you, like a cousin type deal.
Yeah.
Mm. So that's why it hurts for both of them, because if it were either or in place of the Niners or the Chiefs, they could deal with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Raiders fans could deal with the Cowboys being in the Super Bowl, and I think majority of Cowboys fans could deal with the Raiders being in the Super Bowl. This is just a nightmare for both the fan bases.
Mm-hmm. And also, if/when we win the Super Bowl, we will tie with the Patriots and the fucking Steelers. So I kind of wanted Patriots versus Niners just for the storyline aspects.
Oh,
of
definitely
it.
that.
Just for the storyline aspects, but that could be safe for next year.
There's good storylines.
Oh, there's good storylines in this one.
Real good storylines.
Well, the number one is like what you want to see, which is the arguably number one offense against arguably the number one defense. You know what I mean? Like
that's gonna be nice.
Oh, that's gonna be beautiful to watch, man.
I mean, it's because it's a full-fledged defense going up against fucking 100-meter sprinters as wide receivers for the other side.
Bosa wants that White House visit, so he's ready. He's gonna be running all over.
And I feel like too with Mahomes, I feel like the taste was there when it came to Lamar Jackson, but we all got reminded Lamar Jackson isn't Patrick Mahomes yet.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I feel like this is if Niners pull this out, this is nobody can say anything about they didn't play anybody this year. Like, this is who we have now perceived as the quarterback in the NFL now.
What you call him, Steph Curry?
I've been calling him Steph
Curry.
Curry.
Well, he gonna choke like Steph.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we're gonna see if you're gonna be Steph Curry then. You're gonna be Steph Curry now.
He's gonna disappear.
I mean, it's again, just going back to some of the storylines. I mean, it's the franchise that has the bridge with Montana.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yep.
Another storyline: can Andy Reid get it done this time
in 2 minutes or less?
Can Kyle Shanahan overcome the mistakes he had in his Super Bowl run?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's some good storylines a part of this. Mostert is going to be a nice storyline.
Can Garoppolo fulfill the Belichick prophecy?
Yeah. Sherman alone is worth 3 storylines as far as I'm concerned. Man. The latest one with Darrelle Revis, I don't know what the fuck he opened his mouth for.
Yeah, hats off to Sherman, man.
That was and Sherman had time.
Yeah,
he had to, even in the locker room, sitting there on Twitter with all the confetti.
Even with all that shit, man, just the fact that when he got signed to the Niners, said, "Don't worry, he'll make up."
He's like, I know you mad at me, but I'll make up for it. I promise.
And you know what? He came through with that shit, man. Seriously,
most definitely.
Oh yeah, this is like, oh man, what else happened? Other storylines that happen. No, this is I call this like LeBron, not the War. I'm making the comparison. This is like LeBron versus the Warriors, not the team, just LeBron versus the Warriors. Let's see if Patrick Mahomes can deal with all this.
I mean, you could say that,
but you know what I mean.
I get it. Just the Niners being like an actual like team
versus LeBron.
Yeah, versus Patrick Mahomes. But see,
Patrick Mahomes has weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like LeBron where it was LeBron carrying the team. You know what I mean?
I know. Because everyone's trying
depending on which LeBron you're talking about. Or, you know what I mean? Obviously against the Warriors, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just crazy how everyone's saying Garoppolo didn't do a good job. The only reason why you won is because of the running game. No shit, Sherlock. So what the fuck you expect him to do?
Like, bro, he ran for 220 yards. You fucking kidding me?
Why would we want to fucking pass? Like, why?
You guys didn't say shit about Derrick Henry and fucking Ryan Tannehill not doing shit. Like, what the fuck?
Seriously. Oh yeah, seriously, because they don't like the night. Because we're not part of their. What's the word for it? We're not part of the plan. We're not part of the agenda. They don't like the Bay. They don't like the Bears. They don't like when the Warriors went. They don't like when the Niners went because we're not part of the plan. Well, everybody's losing their minds.
Speaking of Joker, that's what I started doing too. And a couple cats were like, so I got a bunch of former folks that are Niners. Once I was joking around with it, they're like, fam, just come home. Like, we've been waiting for you to come home for years. And then there's been a select few that are like, nah, he can't come home. There's no reason for him to. And then I put out the Joker where I was like, you always need an ace in a hole. And I showed the picture of Mike on when it was, because Mike's 2 years younger than me.
Yeah. So
it was all my guys that were 2 years younger. It was their graduation party.
Yeah.
So there's a picture of all of us kicking it. And then I put the picture of Mike's, his coaching picture. So I was like, you always need that ace in the hole.
Oh my gosh.
Bang, bang, Niner gang. That's going to be the anthem for the Niners, period. I was always against Niner anthems going in, but E40 dropped the perfect song.
Yeah.
Just about the 49ers organization.
Yeah. So,
it has nothing to do with players in general, just the organization
at
itself.
least for the next 2 weeks.
Bang, bang.
Niner gang.
And I've been waiting, baby.
Bang, bang.
And I legit have been waiting.
2020 just full of surprises.
You said just for 2 weeks? Hey, man, this is vintage JC now.
I'll take these
Everything's
tweets,
vintage.
Man.
I saw a vintage Bad Boys movie. I heard Eminem.
Saw Marshawn Lynch come back, bro.
Shit.
Eminem dropped a vintage album. Fucking, just vintage. Everything vintage.
You know what I'm saying? If Marshawn could go be a Raider for a few years then come back, why can't why can't I do the same?
A vintage power episode. Shit, man.
But even before this, I was thinking it might be kind of funny because, again, just in terms of football, I was like, what if I just start watching like specific teams, every new year, and like forcibly attach myself to like Bengals for the AFC one year, and then
attach yourself to the Browns,
like Eagles to one of each.
Oh, okay.
But then switch them off every year.
Okay,
So it's just like
I get you.
Because then I was like, that actually might be fun, because then maybe I could go be like, all right, well, I'll plan 2 trips out this year, and those will be my trips to go to those stadiums.
Yeah.
Only because, again, like I see football from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it ain't basketball, because I ain't working basketball, and glory be to God, I don't have to change. But, if you put me in that position,
we gonna fight.
Seahawks fans are
like shit.
Seahawks fans are sick. Like
Hey, hold up, wait, before you go any further. I'm on a lot of fucking Facebook groups, and like I said before, I really don't use Facebook, but my bad. But lately I've been checking it out. And a lot of Seahawks fans are actually like pulling for the Niners, which is strange to me.
They're pulling for Sherm.
No,
the ones,
it's NFC West. That's the way they're looking at it.
That's one. Another angle I'm seeing is they're pulling for Sherm.
I heard they want to get rid of Pete Carroll. That's what I've been seeing on Twitter.
They fed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
They did the fuck serious about that. They fed up.
All over 1 yard.
Again.
Yeah.
But see, that's the thing, because they're realizing Russell Wilson doesn't have much more time anymore.
Yeah.
So they're realizing if you're going to keep doing this stupid shit, you're wasting our quarterback's remaining years.
It's kind of crazy, though. That one play sealed their fates and probably disrupted the whole fucking franchise.
Yeah.
Somebody did this.
Hey, man. Football's a game of inches.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck y'all.
Yep. I'm like, my middle finger is about 4 inches. So.
Oh, shit. Another sports. Now the story's here. It's in my head, and I don't want to miss it. I keep telling Martin to bring it up. I met a wrestler around Christmas time, people. I kept forgetting to bring this shit up, but I met Bailey. Hey, San Jose's very own WWE superstar woman, Big Booty Bailey.
I was gonna say, man, let's just be clear about this. Busby has a crush on her.
No, I do not.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Yes,
Did you find out where she went to high school now?
She went to Andrew Hill. Oh, shit.
See?
That. But
Gotcha.
no, she told me. Nah, fucking, I was at Mucho's. I was at that Mucho's. It was like literally, I was eating. Yeah, cause something told me just go to Mucho's and shit. So I'm sitting there eating. It's like about 1:30. Bars are going out and shit like that. I'm eating and shit like that. And I look to my right and I see someone walk in. See this chick walk in. Everyone always walks in. And I look at the pants. It was like she's wearing like dark jeans and shit. And I like black jeans. And I'm looking up. And I was like, I saw the ass. I was like, oh, it's a good booty. Kept eating. Look up again, and I see she's wearing a beanie. It was a black beanie. And I see the hair, and I'm going like, that hair reminds me of Bailey. And then and after that, I look, and then she turns around, and I was like, oh.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm.
That was my mind.
Next thought.
Give me what I want!
Nah, I don't want to be like a crazy, because there's stories of crazy wrestling.
No, you wanted that conversation, though. You wanted to know some shit.
So I was just like, okay, be cool. How can I go? And she was with family, too, so I was like, okay, so let me get. So I was done eating. I was gonna walk out. just be a bitch and walk out. But I was like, man, I heard Eminem. You only get one shot.
Oh my god!
This opportunity.
That Mucho's thing about Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah, it was that opportunity come once in a lifetime. I never know if I'm gonna see her again, even though they're about to come out here in 2 weeks.
Right,
but still, like you can't call that. You can't bank on it.
Nope. So went up to her and I said, yo, excuse me, like I'm a big fan of your work. Like I appreciate everything you do. Blah blah blah. And she played the bad guy on TV, but she was really really nice. Very nice. And then I was like, I just want to know something. What high school did you go to? Like, did you graduate in 06? She's like, yeah. I was like, what high school did you go to? And she told me Entry Hill. I was like, motherfucker. Nah, but she said she appreciated me, appreciated me and like, as a fan and shit like that. And I didn't ask for a picture because I didn't want to blow up her spot. Because it was at 1:30 in the morning. I was shocked she was out.
Yeah.
And it was around the holidays, so all the wrestlers were, went home for the holidays and San Jose's at home. So, I shook her hand, told her Merry Christmas, and walked out. And I was like, holy shit. But I met a wrestler. I've been meaning to tell that damn story.
You should have asked for a hug, man.
Nah, she don't do that. She don't do that shit no more. It's like her whole gimmick before when she was a good guy was like she was a hugger.
Right.
So she was always hugging people. Now she's a bad guy and she don't do that shit no more. I even said that.
But I mean, it's the holidays.
No, but I said flat out. I was like, yeah. She was like, I would ask for a hug, but you don't do that shit no more. So I'll give you a handshake.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
so no, I'll be watching every week, son. Every week.
Eric now. But yeah, because there's a lot of strange wrestling fans, including on Twitter. Them niggas are fucking wild. But
not more wild than when we went to the very first Wale Mania. That was a sight to Martine. That was a sight to see.
The first Wale
that
Mania,
was hilarious.
The very first one. It was when Wale was performing, and you had it was during WrestleMania weekend. It was the beginning of WrestleMania weekend out here in the Bay, and you had wrestling fans mixed with wrestlers mixed with the club goers.
Yeah, because this was at
Taste.
This is at Taste.
Oh, so this is when they had it out here?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this happened at Taste when and shouts out. This is how I introduced Busby to Bryce Butler.
Yeah.
She showed up just because they were getting ready for the party. So he's showing up. One of my guys, Sean, who does stuff for Hennessy. Mm-hmm. So we were chopping it up, and he's like, "What's going on here?" We're like, "Oh, Wale Mania, he's doing stuff with the wrestling, all this, the third."
Yeah.
So then we're watching, and again, that's in full wrestling mode. So it's all
it was like a whole shit with Rey Mysterio, and shit like that, like a question and answer.
And then they start talking, like at the afters, everybody's taking pictures, all that, and then everything starts moving. And the next thing you know, all of a sudden, it's these women start coming in, like, the nighttime club outgoing clothing. Okay, but it's still guys in there dressed in
the wrestling gear, the nerds.
Stone Cold Steve Austin shirts and
the wrestling gear. That's what I meant.
So then it just becomes a night full of, this is funny as fuck to see.
It was a mashup of
This is
everything.
hilarious.
That's why.
That was great. And then Wale brings me up on stage and shit like that. I bring JC on stage and everyone tries to get on stage and they kick me off stage. But Wale shouted me out and it was just, that was just madness. Fucking met Victoria, made out with Victoria, which was random. She was a diva.
Give me a hell yeah!
But yeah, man, they're still doing Wale Mania. They're about to be, what's WrestleMania this year? I think they're in Tampa Bay this year.
Sounds right.
Yeah, so they're about to do, they've been really expanding on that shit. So I think they're going to be in LA next year. I
got the plugs in LA and Vegas whenever you're ready.
Man, if they go to Vegas, or they are going to Vegas, WrestleMania going to be in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Come on, that's without a doubt.
Oh, that stadium? Yeah. I'll be out there.
Yeah.
Shit. Oh, yeah, one other thing. There's some thoughts and prayers to The Rock.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah,
for sure.
His dad, soul man, Rocky Johnson, passed away this past week. 76. They pretty much died of natural causes, pretty much. So, Rock's pretty much taking care of his family and all that. So, rest in peace to him.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Definitely. There's a story before we get to that story, when we finished off last week, we finished off the national title game between Clemson and LSU. LSU, ran the tables. They won that.
Yeah.
Of course, during those games, you got alumni that always return to support.
Right.
None bigger in this game for LSU than Odell Beckham Jr. And at first, when I'm looking at everything, I'm like, why is everybody, on his ass, so much? Like, Lee Maloney's there to celebrate. Because, of course, we were doing the podcast.
Yeah, right.
It wasn't until we finished the podcast that I started seeing all these highlights from him, and I'm like, oh, he was off that white. Okay, shit. I get it now. Because this nigga done did everything and then some in that dome. He was walking around taking megaphones from cats, yelling into the band. This nigga posted up Karl Malone, thinking that he won that matchup.
Yep.
he was passing out cash, which I call Beckham bucks.
Oh yeah,
literally to their face. Literally to the cop's face. Like, nigga, you know I can see you.
Yeah.
NCAA is looking at him like, bro, what?
Jazzy Faye was there. The Beckham dollars. And then they're in the locker room. And I think some of the players were smoking.
Yeah, fuck, what was the quarterback? The quarterback was smoking a flat-out cigar.
Joe Burrow,
Well, Joe Burrow was smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
I think something else was being smoked in the locker room.
Oh, they were smoking that shit.
So when the security was there, I'm not putting that on them. I was just saying, for this to take place, I would have to imagine it was not a cigar.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Odell Beckham having to be a mole to distract the security guard away from them. That's just what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Either way, he's then distracts him by then smacking this dude's ass to Timbuktu. And then when he turns around, he starts dancing in front of him.
Shucking and jiving.
I saw that and I was like, fam, that is stage 2 CTE, and he might have had some detergent in that bag.
Yeah.
Because that is pure.
You're a white girl.
Yeah. It got to the point where at first the department was talking about pressing charges against him just to embarrass him, kind of that whole thing. We're going to make a statement.
Yeah, I think it was simple battery.
Yeah, and then about an hour before Power comes out, they announce, like, nah, they dropping the charges. Right. It ain't nothing big. So that to me was like the extreme where it's like, fam, come on. Like, all right, bro. For real. But then what it gets down to is the Beckham Bucks.
Oh, God.
I don't have a problem with it as long as you just do it behind the scenes because of the rules, which we all agree the rules are stupid to begin with. You just can't pay the players. But because that rule's in play, just don't do it.
He did it anyway.
And you would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for that meddling Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Who was like, well, shit, I ain't got no more games to play. What the fuck? What you gonna do with me? Shit, I won the game.
Yeah.
Leave me alone.
Right.
And it's like, that's cool, but he was still passing it out to other guys that still got eligibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Seriously, that was the shit that blew my mind.
Yeah, so it was like, all right.
And then he hits, and then the cop, don't they have an arrest warrant for his ass now?
Well, they did, but they dropped it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, so once everything got cleared away, I was like, he kind of dodged the bullet. But then the fuckery that I saw take place, I was just like, oh, I can't wait for that 30 for 30.
What other fucker? Oh, when he was high?
Just I would see a 30 for 30 just about Odell Beckham at that game. I would love to see a 30 for 30 on that.
I think it was high off.
Because then you can bring up all the effects of him being with the chick in the hotel when she was off that white.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Him, just an Odell Beckham, but it centers around that. That would be
right.
I can see that.
Now we talk about, I guess, breaking news. So 50 Cent posted this tweet like about 2 hours ago, and it's him posing in a suit, just looking off into the distance. And the caption, when we talk about the power spoilers,
yeah,
he said, "These people at Stars bugging out, talking to me like they crazy, like I ain't who I am. They got me fucked up. I put all this shit out tonight." Well, I guess we know who leaked the shit.
Are we surprised?
This nigga is wild.
What the fuck?
But see, that might be the alternate one.
Yeah,
because to me that one is more.
That
the
sure
alternate.
Looks like the alternate ending.
Yeah,
it's
just
watch.
That's the warning.
No, I know,
that's the warning
okay.
one.
That's the.
That's not the one I saw though. So I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's the one. This is why I fuck with 50.
He's gonna delete it.
Yeah.
That nigga 50's an asshole.
Yeah.
If don't go, whatever if you're listening to this podcast right now, he might delete it. He might not. But this nigga 50 Cent just posted a spoiler for his own show.
50 got an ABC bag. You think he give a fuck about these stars, niggas?
Oh shit! This
Plus, it goes up with the brand he's created. They've literally had a leak every single fucking season. So why would it be different this time?
I gotta warn my homegirl: do not go on 50 Cent's Snapchat.
Or IG.
Now to get to the story that I chose to leave out because I need more information. The Astros.
Somebody did this.
You got cheaters.
Yeah, so the Astros, of course, was what they won the 2017 World Series.
Yeah,
against the Dodgers in 7. It came out that they were stealing signs, and at first, I'm glad we waited because at first I was like, okay, who gives a fuck? They're stealing signs. Like, all right, you should be better with your signs then. Until the story came out, like really on Tuesday, with more explanation of what was happening. These motherfuckers had a fucking TV monitor hidden in the dugout.
Yeah.
And they were studying the third base coach's signs.
Yeah.
And then they had a fucking garbage, literally a garbage bin.
Yeah.
And would bang on the garbage bin depending on if it was a curveball, if it was a fastball, or like all that should just give the batter.
These niggas were cheating. This is elaborate cheating. This is elite cheating.
Yeah, now this was conspiracy.
You feel me?
On top of malicious intent.
Yeah.
Like, it was all that shit. So once all that came into play, I was like, oh, nah, you, come on now. You gotta vacate everything at this point. Yeah. It ain't even about awarding it to anybody else. You gotta vacate this shit. This shit, it's... Because then it's Bill Plaschke, who writes for the LA Times. He then highlights, the last 2 games, all of a sudden, Dodgers pitchers are giving up, 26 hits, 18 runs, and like 6 touchdowns or some shit, or 6 home runs.
That is wild.
It's like all of a sudden, like this elite stable of pitching that they had just forgot how to pitch all of a sudden.
Well...
So it was like...
It wasn't that much. Like, you know what I mean? They had, I think it was 11 hits total in 2 games. 11 hits, 4 runs.
Then that means he was factoring in that game 5.
6 runs.
Then he was factoring in that game 5 when, remember, they just went hit crazy. Because wasn't that score like 18 to 14?
Yeah, there was like 14 hits. But that was on both ends, though. So, I mean, whatever.
Either way,
either way, I mean, like, bro, if you know what pitch is coming, you know what to sit back on.
Yeah, these are specialists. It ain't like
exactly.
It's not like the 3 of us at the batting range. It's like, okay, now we have an advantage, but we still can't hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, these motherfuckers know how to hit a curveball.
Yeah.
So, you got to vacate that shit. Especially since I've seen, they vacated the Fab Five at Michigan. Yeah. Right? They did that with ease.
And they made Reggie Bush
they got Reggie Bush with ease. Yep. They still ain't let Barry Bonds in the Hall of Fame. They didn't even find shit.
They still don't want to put him in the Hall of Fame. They're gonna put him in, but it's gonna be begrudgingly.
They're probably gonna put him in when he's dead.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna do him like T.O.
Because they're gonna put Pete Rose in after he's dead.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't be surprised.
They have the Baseball Hall of Fame has a rule, like if you're banned or whatever for some reason, once you're dead, that ban goes away.
That's some whole shit.
So, because you're banned, but here's the thing though, you're banned for life. You get it?
Yeah, okay. But Barry Bonds is banned.
Right.
Yeah, technically he's not banned. He's blackballed. But, you know what I mean?
But they didn't catch him.
Yeah. No.
That's why he's blackballed.
Definitely. But my whole thing is, bro, you know what I'm saying? Is as long as they don't give this shit to the Dodgers, I'm cool.
It's not about giving it to the Dodgers. But when they find this shit, it's like, fam, you gotta vacate that.
Like, somebody did this.
Yeah. Somebody did this.
This shit was explicit.
Explicit as hell. Ugh. I still can't believe 50 did that. That's
hilarious. Salute that man.
Oh,
shit. That nigga was bored.
Yeah, I think, he has been saying Stars has been fucking with him for like the longest time. Ever since he had power, they've been fucking with him. So,
another round of applause. WNBA.
Get this woman the money.
Oh, yeah.
Give me what I want!
Get that money.
WNBA, they secured a brand new CBA deal for 8 years. They've now hit an average to where all the women are averaging 6 figures.
Good.
Which is incredible.
Good.
Because I remember there was a time when some of the women, some of these players were making $45,000.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Shit, not even that, man, but also getting that maternity leave is major.
That's major for them.
So that is fucking major.
Money wise, they could get the elite players can earn upwards up to about $500,000, if not more. You got about $200,000 to $300,000 for other stars of the league. Travel accommodations too. Now they're in premium economy flying. They all get their individual rooms now.
Good. Well, they were all bunking together?
Yeah, which I mean, that's not
so uncommon.
It's not uncommon because rookies in the NBA got to do it.
I know
you know what I'm saying?
But
so
if you're a star player.
Yeah. That's where it becomes like,
come on, bro.
Right. But as Martine was saying, that maternity leave is big because this is what comes into play with that. Their salaries are not fully secured whenever they get pregnant.
Good for them.
So it's not you'll get paid when you come back. No, the salary that's locked in. They also get a $5,000 childcare stipend every year.
Nice.
So that's annual. And for players that come in, I'm guessing when they come into the league with kids, they're automatically eligible to be put up in a minimum 2-bedroom apartment.
Oh, that's what's up.
So
I didn't know that one.
Yeah, this is really
progressive.
A very progressive, enlightening, again, shout out to the women in this league and shout out all the proponents of this league because it's starting to get there. You know what I'm saying? You start putting this league in 2K.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They better get
deserve some notoriety at that point.
For sure.
Speaking of money, there's another stat. So Universal, I just read this right now. So Robert Downey Jr.'s movie Doolittle, which is his first post-Marvel movie, only earned $30 million domestically. It bombed. They lost $100 million. $175 million budget too. Oh shit!
Damn.
This is Universal's second bomb movie because Cats was $70 million lost last month. So they didn't make. They lost over like $100 million. Damn.
Universal, get your shit together.
Huh?
I'm on Universal, get your shit together.
Should have kept that Tony Stark bag, nigga.
I mean, he already got the bag.
He got paid though.
I get it.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the company itself. Like Universal,
I still would have just fought like, yeah, you can kill me, but I'm still gonna be showing up in these movies. So make sure that's right.
He said on Joe Rogan that he needed to step away from it because
I mean, I get it, but to step away from that to this.
Yeah, from that to Dr. Doolittle, I'm like, come on, right?
Like, don't get me wrong.
Unless it's Sherlock Holmes. If it's Sherlock Holmes,
I'm just here talking shit just to talk
I
shit.
think that's coming out too.
Okay, well, he needs to work on that.
Yeah, and I'm just here to talk shit just to talk shit.
Yeah.
But when you think about it, I mean, Endgame,
the biggest movie of all
and
time.
fuck just Endgame. Like, let's
Iron Man.
No, the one before it. I'm drawing a blank. Infinity War.
Infinity War
Endgame, and then you get to Doolittle.
Yeah. From two epic superhero movies to Dr. Doolittle, not even the Eddie Murphy Dr. Doolittle. They had Dr. Doolittle on Disney Plus. They took that out. The Eddie Murphy version, which I liked.
Yeah.
Probably Aaliyah people tell them to turn it off because probably the end credits you heard, oh, you that somebody.
Yeah, so we found out too that Aaliyah shit
was a fucking lie. Shit. Her birthday came and went and nothing.
I still played Aaliyah.
I bet you did.
There's some people who I still don't understand,
how
man.
People don't know.
How people don't understand that you don't have
to put these on there.
Yeah.
Or you can go online. The internet, you can go online and find these. I'm not gonna tell you the websites, but they're out there.
Yeah.
The music is out there. Or you can go on Apple Music and download it yourself.
I can't.
Oh no, you can't go on Apple Music.
No, you can't.
Nah.
Yeah, but you know
Cats hit me up like, "How'd you get that music? I need that." And I'm like, "Cause I have an external drive."
You feel me?
And
like
streaming
tons.
Yeah,
like when Jay-Z
streaming is just 5 years old.
Shit.
Like if Jay-Z takes his music down, I won't trip because I have all of Jay-Z.
Damn, I got the whole fucking discography. I'm good.
Yeah, what the fuck? Niggas all tripping about that. Well, we old school. Everyone, this is the streaming era. So we were born in the mixtape era. Everything was getting downloaded.
See, I feel like everybody born between 1987. No. Everybody born between 1980 and 95, 96.
Yeah.
That's the perfect timeline to be born for if you're a big hip hop fan. Yeah. If you're part of the culture. Because it's like we all knew how to record music off of the cassette player.
Yeah.
We all knew how to do it with the CD player.
Yeah.
We got Napster, LimeWire, and all that shit. Giving our computer A's.
Don't forget about Kazaa.
Yeah.
Morpheus.
Right. Gave our computer A's just to get them songs, just to find out that shit was a fake fucking song.
I was gonna say, how many times did you download fucking Bill Clinton, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me?
Yeah.
Or I remember when Madonna was smart. I remember she purposely leaked out some of her albums, so then when you downloaded it, all you heard was, "What's your fucking problem?"
Right.
What's your fucking problem? I was like, that was genius.
Yeah.
Or fucking even Soulja Boy renaming his shit to the most popular song at the time, but it was really the Soulja Boy song.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Genius.
We got the introduction to MP3s, which led us to. Let's give a round of applause for
Steve
the
Jobs.
cassette adapter.
Oh my god.
God, what a fuck. That cassette adapter saved so many fucking people. It saved me so much, man.
Seriously.
It really did save me.
And the Walkman. Everyone had the Walkman and shit.
Yeah.
Man, then
That was, it was
Walkman, the
grace from
Discman.
God. Yeah.
and then Steve Jobs came in and said, "And here I present to you
This brick ass
Yeah.
fucking iPod.
Present to you bricks.
Bricks. Put a brick on my brick. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
So then that, but then also too, like you guys were saying, we actually knew about the mixtape era when they were physically
in your hand.
Cassettes or actual like one layered CD. What is it? Not the templates, but the covers.
The jewel cases.
The jewel cases, because you know when you buy an album, you know it's the thick ass one. No, we talking about the straight one. Like,
yeah.
No, there ain't no credits on this shit. No nothing. It's,
you don't know what's on there.
Yeah, it's the picture on the back. It's the written songs. 26 tracks on the disc. Just play the shit.
Yep,
we had that.
Like, just trust me, it'll be there.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
And then also like you remember back in the days when the albums used to leak like what 3 weeks in advance or a month in advance.
Yeah.
And back then it was a month.
We had time to sit with it, even though it was the internet.
The album wasn't even out yet, but you could sit with it, and then by the time the album comes out, you would decide if you want to go out and buy it or not.
Yeah.
And they don't do that no more. Now it's like the day of.
Yeah.
Now it was like it went from 3 weeks to 2 weeks to 1 week to Apple Music.
Right.
To maybe you get it.
Maybe.
That's why it's confusing to me though when people from that time frame.
Yeah.
In 5 years, it's like streaming just erased everything they knew about what that you had to do about music beforehand.
Seriously.
Like, that's very, very
weird.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm telling you, when Care Package came out, people were going, this is my first time ever hearing this Drake record. I was like, what? For real?
Wow.
Like, Drake released this around, I was there when he dropped it.
I mean, I can say that about 2 of the records.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
But it sounds like you're talking about the whole project.
Some of the people were saying,
come on now.
Yeah, some people were saying like a majority of I never heard 4 p.m. in Calabasas.
Huh?
What? Oh, I never heard, what's it called? Club Paradise.
Huh?
What? It was like, just hearing that, seeing
Club
that on
Paradise
Twitter.
though? Like, for real?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What?
Y'all supposed to be Drake fans?
I'm not even a Drake fan.
I mean, you know that.
I know that shit.
Yeah, man, you kids got it easy these days.
Hard.
Well, I mean,
hard.
Yeah.
It sounds like,
They got it hard when it comes to certain artists.
Shit's proven they got it hard.
I only think it's kind of hard as Garth Brooks. You know, like if Garth Brooks don't have his shit nowhere except for Amazon Music.
Yeah.
Like he said, fuck Tidal, fuck Spotify, fuck Apple. I'm getting this Amazon money because fuck y'all. That's just like okay, and he's like one of the highest selling fucking. Not just country, just artist. Period. That nigga come out to Levi's and sell that bitch out if he wants to.
Yep,
easy.
You better put some respect on Garth Brooks' name.
Yeah,
Eminem.
Speaking of legends, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductees got named, and we got 2 of our own. Whitney Houston and Notorious B.I.G.
LL Cool J still gotta wait. Yeah. And also in the what's it called? The Songwriters Hall of Fame, Neptunes.
Neptunes.
Is there somebody else?
I just saw Neptunes.
Okay.
And then I saw they're doing like this.
It was Mary, if I'm not mistaken.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
I think it was.
Yeah.
I saw they're doing. Well, I don't know if the Neptunes as a whole, but I know Pharrell's doing production. No, I don't know if it's Neptunes as a whole, but I know Pharrell's doing production with Meg.
Yeah, I saw it
because they got she's got her new single she's about to drop.
Bitch.
BITCH. Yeah. And it's the I'd Rather Be Your NIGGA sample.
Oh, okay.
That they use Pac and Rich used.
I'd rather be your BITCH.
I heard it in that way and I was like, oh yeah, bring that shit.
So
I want that
use
shit.
that too.
Yeah.
She better bring. Man, I was waiting for her album, like her official.
The Bootsy Collins sample.
Yeah.
I'd rather be with you.
I'm waiting for that official quote unquote album this time, not Fever, like the real album this time.
I mean, you get Pharrell behind the boards. It's fuck the, that sounds like it's, how I said a few episodes ago. It sounds like they sticking true to that. That album's going to be dropping. Yeah, anytime you get Pharrell on, you ain't just doing that for no tape.
So you got,
I
mean, well, that's what fucking Cardi did when she was just dropping random ass singles and shit. She's been quiet lately, Cardi.
I mean, she's been
busy,
money
man.
moves everywhere else.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
it's just January.
She ain't got to dance.
She's been busy.
It's just January. I'm still feeling we're in January. Damn, it's a long month.
Yeah, I mean,
like music just dropped. It's like Drake and Future just opened the door.
You just got 2 weeks worth of albums.
I know, right?
Man, this shit. But like legit, this shit happens every fucking year,
except
bro.
last year.
Nah, even last year. January lasts for fucking ever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
February will last longer than it should.
Yeah.
Because
after that, it's
short
like
month.
pew.
And then after that, boom, 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 boom.
No, it's like when it comes to music, Drake and Future just opened the door like, "Hey guys," and left the door kind of open, and all of a sudden the Eminem just went, "Pah!" Just kicked the door in, and there's a whole stampede of people that came in. Like, okay.
What else is there? Lil Fizz fucked up his bag just to break up with Omarion's baby mama.
I saw that.
That's cool.
And they ended up blocking each other on social media.
Of course.
Yeah. Dumbass.
Ja
Rule.
What did Ja Rule do now?
He, wanted to do his wanted to do Firefest, didn't work. He wanted to do some other ventures, didn't work. But he thinks he has something now.
He thinks.
And he wants to do your taxes.
Awesome.
It's taxes. I gotta get my W-2s.
And he wants you.
got mine.
He wants you to do his taxes with him.
I better get mine soon.
Mine always come at the end of the month because I got 1099s.
Oh yeah.
Independent contracted.
Yeah.
So, Ja wants you to step foot in his building because once you do that, you get $100 just for coming in the building.
Is it a pyramid scheme?
No.
Then when you file with Ja, he gonna front you the money that you get on your tax return. So that way, when you get your return, you just pay back what he fronted you, upwards up to $7,500. And the way he did it was, if you look at the cover of the flyer, there's a lot of shit going on. You got like streamers and balloons. There's like a cruise. There's a family underneath. So it's kind of like you could choose what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have streamers and party, you can do that. You want to go on a cruise, you can do that. If you want to have a family, you can do that too. We don't care. We don't discriminate. Just come do your taxes with Ja.
I choose not to fuck with Ja. How about that?
And this nigga done lost his mind as far as I'm concerned.
Seriously.
So, 50 Cent linked to Ending the Power. And he has a show on ABC coming soon.
Yeah.
So,
what else is there? There is one thing I want to do, though, and it's a two-parter because we have to get to this and it has to be discussed.
what is it?
Number one, Roddy Ricch.
Oh, these motherfuckers.
Celebrate that man, Roddy Ricch. We want to celebrate him first and foremost. Ballin' is 2 times platinum now, which we believe that was presented to him during his show out here in the Bay.
Yep.
By Mustard. Yeah, so we want to give shouts out to him for that. If I'm not mistaken, the album shot back up, and he's actually sold more over these last few weeks, individually in the weeks, than when the album first dropped.
Yeah.
Which is incredible to me.
Yeah, it was. Number one.
Is.
Like, very, very incredible. I want to, first and foremost, salute him. Because he is doing everything right. Martine, of course, you've been telling us from day one. We caught on about mid-year, and we were like, you know what, you're right. His only thing that kind of made you wrong was he just dropped right at the end of the year.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
That's
the
exactly
only thing you were wrong about was he just dropped at the end of the year. Everything else, I credit Martine. Martine saw the vision way before he told us and he put us up on game. I say that because I want to praise that black man first. Because
it's Martin Luther King's birthday first. We got to praise the black people first, out of love.
Yes.
But first, these motherfuckers right here.
It's different love.
Somebody did this.
Justin Bieber, I got love for you, bro. We talked about you last week, but it's like this shit you did. That's fine, but the shit your ex did. What the fuck?
Oh,
I mean, I got no problem with Selena Gomez. First, she's like, I don't really care about numbers, but it'd be nice if I got number one. Is it Uchi Wally is one mic? It's like, do they really don't like? Okay, all right. That was just wild. And then she went number one, but it was just like, what the fuck? You don't want a black man to be dope?
She basically was begging for number one, dude.
Like,
while at the same time she said, I don't care about numbers.
Yeah.
She said, I don't care about numbers, and 15 seconds later she said, but this number one would mean so much to me. So I was like,
it was like she made 2 videos because the other one was like, yeah, I'm about to go to the store right now and get hella copies of my albums. I really want to get that number one. Oh my god,
that shit was so ridiculous.
I was like, really?
Yeah, no, she went to Walmart, Target, and Best Buy to go buy the actual physical copies of her own album.
And that
is pathetic.
That is pathetic. That is
fucking pathetic for someone of her stature to go out and buy her own albums at different stores and plan to do this shit, put it on social media. That shit's pathetic.
See, this isn't like when
J. Cole and Drake did that shit.
Yeah, when they went and bought each other's albums, then handed them out to people, which made sense.
Yeah.
No, this bitch just out here just buying her own shit. Like, what kind of crackhead shit is that?
Seriously.
That's that's what Leonard did in Boondocks. When Thug Nipsey was struggling with his album.
Yep.
Leonard went in there, hey, I just spent my whole paycheck on buying these albums for you.
What?
What the fuck is that supposed to do for me?
Yeah.
No, it's I don't like that. Yeah. I just don't like. And I know you keep saying the Yummy song to you is it's okay, like it's not as bad. This is why to me in my view the song is trash. If that song was good, they wouldn't need to do it
at all.
They wouldn't need to go this route. Because nobody's doing this for the box, and the box is being played. The box ain't even a hip hop song anymore.
It's viral.
That shit is viral for everything.
No,
now.
with Yummy, when it's Yummy, it's like I'm not gonna defend it, but I'm not gonna fucking I'm not gonna praise it either. It's like, oh, it's on. So one of those that song's on. Whatever. It's like one of those background songs. I don't care for it.
And then the Meg Thee Stallion
that shit. Joe and Jim talked about.
No. I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying the way how it could just be perceived, where it was like, that don't look right.
They look like they just filmed it on their damn iPhones.
And you showed it to I hadn't seen it up until today, right before the show. He showed it to me, and I was like, I understand what they're talking about, because you could tell a lot of editing went into that shit. Like, it was a whole lot of fucking editing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it made it look professional-ish.
Maybe she liked the song. Maybe she liked the damn song.
That's cool, but maybe she did. You know, maybe
I'm not taking anything away from her. I'm just saying the perception of him begging matched with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people were doing it with Roddy Ricch. It's like they're doing it a part of their everyday lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, like with Roddy Ricch.
The Yummy What Made the Stallion is like, that's a music video, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's...
And Bieber's trying to make it go viral.
Yeah.
And once again, I mean, and granted, I know we already shouted out Roddy Ricch, but you know what? Shout out to Roddy Ricch again for telling everybody to go stream Yummy and go stream fucking Selena Gomez shit.
Out of just being nice, because he's like, it's respect at the end of the day.
Right.
We're all artists. We're all trying to eat.
And even if he was talking shit, shout out to him again.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
It's wild seeing these pop stars do this shit. Like, damn, bro.
Because now the temperature's gonna show. Let's see if they, if they pay that favor back to him later on when he drops again.
Like, if
you know what I'm saying, let's see if Selena goes tells everybody, hey, stream that Roddy Ricch.
Oh, she hasn't done that.
Exactly. But see,
let's see though.
That's what I'm saying. Let's see how that plays out, because that's gonna look horrible on her part.
Oh, yeah. Selena Gomez has always said problematic shit, and she's always stayed in her. See, pop stars, it's kind of just interesting. I wonder if pop Twitter talks about other artists how we talk about other artists, if you know what I mean. Like, because Ariana Grande fans are attacking Eminem, saying Eminem is canceled for the shit he said on the album about the bombings and shit. I'm like, no, you kids.
Come on, man.
You guys are kids. You
Come
really?
on, man.
You know people protested against this
2020
man?
and y'all still canceling?
20 years ago. 20 years ago, they were protesting about this man.
Protest about this man 20 years ago, he was getting protested about, and he's still here.
And he's white.
Yeah.
And it's double the damage.
Yeah.
Like, and he hasn't even said, like, nigger or nothing. That said no race. Well, there were no racist tapes. But those were kind of weird.
They were long.
And he apologized.
Time ago, those songs.
Yeah, and he apologized. And
Lakers lost a racist ass Boston on MLK Day. It's kind of a drag, but still
shit.
number one.
Yeah.
139 though. Oh, oof.
Yeah.
Yes. On Martin Luther King Day?
Yeah, it was bad.
What the Niners won?
Niners in the Super Bowl.
Niner gang.
Niner gang. All of a sudden. Shit.
Oh, man.
I don't know.
No Hunters is back.
No Hunters is back. Vintage. See, what else? I feel like there's something else we need to talk about.
Would you guys pay $50 for a haircut?
How much are your haircuts?
It depends.
My haircuts are free because I do my shit myself.
But when you had hair, how much was it?
Well, I haven't had hair in 7 years.
Yeah, so the price probably went up by then.
Yeah,
so,
we thinking inflation.
I pay like 30, 35 for mine.
I think I would pay 20 or 25 because shout out my boy Dice. Dice would do my hair, so it was always whenever I need to go see him, it was more so about just conversating and helping my man's out and helping get his name out there.
What
too.
about you?
I would say $50, as crazy as that sounds. If it's my boy who that's how much he actually charges now. You know what I mean? Like, I've been fucking with dudes since he was doing it out his garage at $10 a pop. You feel me?
Okay.
And now he's gotten his skills up. Like, boy got bars, man.
Right.
Tone the barber. Yeah, that boy.
I heard of him.
Yeah, he's at a VIP barbershop on the south side of San Jose.
Okay.
Bruh got bars for him. Because I fucked with him for so long, I would easily pay $50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my boy.
I think for me, it's all selective just because, again, I could get myself clean from Dice and he would only charge me like $20. And I'm like, all right, well, here's 5 or 10 for your tip.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I got to know what I'm getting for 50. It can't just be all right.
If you have your regular barbers,
my boy is full service.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's got to be some full service. You know, you got to get these pores fixed up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
he does the waxing on the face and all that shit.
That I would pay $50 for.
Like,
I ain't tripping off that.
If you have your barbers, I have like barbers I go to all the damn time. If you have your specific barbers and you know what you want, whatever. But $50, if you don't even know these motherfuckers and they do a shit job, You better give me my fucking refund and my hair.
You into polygamy with your barber?
No.
Yeah, man, you got one barber, bro. Like,
Yeah.
that's just how that shit works.
Oh, yeah.
You got open relationships with your
no,
barber?
no. Hell no.
And when I say that, I'm not talking about like, I'm talking about the barber-client relationship.
Oh, no.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, you got multiple.
These barbers know me since I was a kid. I had two of them. They know me since I was
Hey, you know
and
what?
they're in the same
I can
building.
respect that though. You know what I mean? Because like, let's just say when I haven't cut my hair in a while, right? Whatever.
Yeah.
But when I used to get the shit cut, if it wasn't my boy Tone, it was my other boy Eddie out on Saratoga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just those two.
See, that's my thing. You got to know. I feel like both your barbers should know.
Like,
it should be a group of people where it's like, yo, if you ain't here, no, I'm coming here.
And
Vice versa.
there was a Korean lady I used to go to too. She was really good too, but she was too far out the way. But I remember she would cut my hair hella good, and then she said, "You're handsome now." It slapped me in the head. You're handsome now.
Oh shit!
That's hilarious.
You're handsome now.
No, I just don't believe just walking into anybody's chair and being like, "Hey, can you cut my hair?" Nah, man.
Nah, hell no.
That's law. You can't go against that.
Nah, man. You gotta know what you're expecting. You know what I mean? Like, or what to expect.
So like how you said, like your barbers have known you since you're okay. That makes sense. I thought you just walking into anybody's chair and just like, I got multiple barbers. Excuse me?
No.
Nah.
Man, what is your man's number? Let me call him and tell him what you doing there. When you ain't in his seat.
I ain't like that. Nah. But
disrespecting the game out here.
Shit.
No, I haven't been to a barbershop in
that's good because you got
a year and a half, 2 years. And I think the one time I went, it was just to go chop it up with him. And I was like, I might as well just get my shit done.
Oh, yeah, barbershop's the best spot to go to talk. Just to talk to you.
But see, my thing is I'm bald, so it's like
so it's easy for you.
I got Dollar Shave Club. Like I do the shit with the razor by myself, and then I got my own clippers to trim up the beard.
Yeah.
And I only trim up my beard like every 6 weeks.
Right.
Because I don't have to do it every.
See, Eminem needs to go to a barber and get his fucking beard shaped
up, man.
Shaped up. Cause that shit be looking rough.
You gotta get that shit shaped up. And you gotta put the do rag on for the culture.
Oh my god!
One time.
Yeah, one time for the one time.
He's 47 years old. Man.
But one time for the one time though.
With the dad hat.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh my god, no. I just have the image in my head of him with the fucking
The do-rag is back.
The do-rag is back. I didn't like that era M, man. Like I liked him, but he was hanging around 50.
Do-rag M is legendary, man.
Yes, sir.
My god.
That is legendary.
No, I saw one behind the scenes show. They actually took the do-rag off, and he literally had waves in his hair. I could tell he was wearing that damn do-rag and hat. Like,
see, to me, this is why do-rag M is so legendary. It was only there for like a year and a half or 2 years tops, and it was gone.
Yep.
So it was like
all the way. No, he wore it. From Eminem to the Eminem show, the encore. That's when he started wearing the damn.
Yeah,
do-rags.
but he wore it when the mixtapes were popping.
I know.
That's what makes it so legendary. It wasn't like he just jumped on the bandwagon and started doing it once he was doing mixtapes. Nah, he went into it at the same time he started getting on the Green Lantern shits.
Yeah, that's what he was really spinning.
You know what I'm saying? Like so,
really
that's why to me it's legendary. Because it was the influence of 50.
Yeah,
and he's like, and you know, M was grandfathered in, and nobody. That's what was dope about it too. Nobody questioned it.
He was selling.
He came in with a do-rag, and
except for
like,
Ja.
It was like, all right.
Yeah.
Except for Ja. He's like, "And what's a do-rag for? You never know black pain. You never have black waves." I was like,
right. And then he said it. He was like, "Shut the fuck up, Ja. Do your fucking taxes, motherfucker."
Yeah, do-rag. I look back like, why were you wearing that? It was one of those like cringe-worthy moments.
He couldn't get it out today, but that's what I'm saying. His
God.
prime, he could not do any wrong. He came in at the right time for his prime.
Because he would be canceled now.
Yeah.
Marshall's LP dropped now in this climate?
Yeah.
Oh
my God.
How many think pieces there would have been off that album? How many?
Man.
Oh, man. Pop star going like, this hurts my feelings. How many times you said faggot? Oh, my God.
Me Too would have put that album right in court right after Weinstein.
Then they'll play Kim.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
The opening track was called Kill You. It's talking about raping his damn mom.
Yeah.
Like, let's bend over and take it like a slut. Okay, ma? What the fuck? That was just the first track.
Somebody did this.
That whole album, I think that was the last controversial album. That was the last, like, uproar. Yeah. That was the last
in hip-hop or
in
overall?
I think overall. That was the last uproar of an album.
the most controversial albums are from hip hop.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
That was literally, in my opinion.
You got like 2 Live Crew, then you got NWA, and
but weren't there some rock albums that were like that even pressed?
I mean,
white folks too, where it was
I
like
won't say. I was gonna say I don't think it was albums in particular like that. I think it was artists like Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
Since you brought them up,
because I know with
came to my mind, Korn. You know what I mean? Like,
because I know Prince was a part of that, but it wasn't because of Prince, the artist. It was it wasn't that. It was Let's Get Married. Because that's what spawned off the parental advisory sticker.
Yeah.
Because it was Let's Get Married, and there was like a 10-year-old white girl that was listening to it, her dad was playing it, and then it gets to the point where Prince is like, I sincerely want to fuck the taste out your mouth. And then it was...
Well, yeah. Yeah.
And he got mad, and he sent it off, so it was... They always pinpoint to that song on 1999.
I always thought it was 2 Live Crew that set that whole...
Yeah, no, they were a part of it. Because that was... Yeah, because of the views of hip hop and rap at the time. Yeah. Like, that was at the forefront. But what led to it, to get the steam rolling, it was Let's Get Married.
But I really do feel it was the Marshall Mathers LP. That was the last Outrage album, because it was so controversial that it was on news cycles every damn day. Like, this nigga shot somebody.
Well, because the last one before that was...
Slim Shady.
No, the last one before that was Chronic 2001. Because of Corrupt.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was Marilyn.
yeah.
I think Marilyn Manson was.
And then the nigga had porn artists on the fucking porn stars on the album, so it was I remember that was a big uproar.
But it wasn't as uproar as
No. But of course, I mean, same umbrella.
Yeah, I know. But it was just wild how they really were after him, like he was one hateful dude.
Oh yeah.
And then I remember listening to it, and I'm like, it's not that bad. I've heard worse. Then you get to Kim, like, well, no, that's up there.
That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad.
I grew up with OGs who were bumping Brother Lynch Hung. So there wasn't much that you could tell me.
Yeah.
And even when I was a little kid, it was like, I'm like Busby, like, I mean, it's out there, but And
then you heard
I listen to Brother Lynch Hung.
Yeah.
You listen to that shit.
Here's the thing, though, man. Yes, Kim is crazy. Kill You crazy. Brother Lynch was talking about eating baby fetuses.
Yeah, I know, but Brother Lynch Hung was underground. He was underground. Eminem was mainstream.
Yeah.
He put that shit to a broad platform,
for sure.
and Jimmy Iovine okayed that.
But that's why I was asking hip hop rap, because Jimmy Iovine was also. He also had 9 Inch Nails, and 9 Inch Nails was controversial at the time.
Oh yeah, he's going to the Hall of Fame too. 9 Inch Nails.
Oh yeah,
salute.
I wanna fuck you like an animal.
But I mean, 9 Inch Nails was very controversial. At the time. Yeah. So I mean, there was Ozzy Osbourne is. I mean shit.
Oh yeah.
Motherfucker was biting out fucking bird heads on stage.
Not bat heads.
Bat heads.
Yeah.
Same shit.
Not really.
Heads that shouldn't been bitten off.
Not really.
I mean, but it's just wild. It's just wild how even 20 years later they am still doing the same stuff and Twitter.
Still getting triggered.
And they're trying to cancel him. How could you cancel him?
Keep trying, guys. Keep trying.
He'll cancel himself, and he's tried to cancel himself.
He really has too.
He called his last album called Kamikaze, and he went double platinum. High selling by pure sales. And people still be shocked. Only white people buy M's albums. And I hate talking about sales, but they showed like the most streaming artist of the decade, and Eminem was like number 3. He was the only veteran on there.
I mean, this album is projected to do up to 325,000,
maybe even 400.
Yeah, but even then, I was actually surprised with. I knew everybody was gonna tune in for Mac. I just didn't know how much, because he was projected to do 185 to 200,000, even with M.
Yeah.
Damn.
So that to me was like, whoa. But then again, you got to factor in, the death does play a role in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I went into that not thinking of that.
Right.
I just thought of it like, oh, Mac's dropping, it's the first posthumous album, that I, for whatever reason, didn't factor in, well, more money, you make more money when you're dead than that type of thing.
But that's crazy how Eminem's like the only veteran to be still on like the decade most streamed list. Like not Kanye, Kanye's kind of on there too, but not Hove, not Nas, not Beyonce. But talk about title. But it's just like, fuck. All right.
Did y'all see the M jokes? I loved the album, but I laughed at all the jokes.
I saw those.
They had a meme of it was a white kid in jorts, the jean shorts.
Yeah.
And he had, I forgot what the shirt was, but it was like his lower body, and then the caption was, "You heard that new M? This shit's awesome, man. It's the best album out right now.
That's
fucking
real,
fire."
That's real hip hop.
Yeah, that's real hip hop.
And honestly, Eminem fans all like that, man. Because when I defend Eminem, I'll be seeing all the M Stan accounts and a whole bunch of white people, and I'm like,
yeah. Another one. Somebody said,
they make it hard for me to defend him sometimes, but it'd be like,
somebody said that M is just twisted with white privilege.
Oh shit.
And then they compared the albums Kamikaze.
Oh yeah.
he's twisted with white privilege.
Or twisted with like divorced parents or some shit like that.
Yeah, he said twisted with divorced parents.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But see, I like shit like that. Like,
that's funny.
I can laugh at, like, that's my thing. People, again, they just take the web too serious. Just because you like some art don't mean you can't laugh at the jokes.
Them
jokes is fucking hilarious.
M is literally the punchline on social media, and I think that's what drives him even more to fucking rap his ass off, because social media does not like him for whatever reason.
Yeah.
They
won't be able to escape him ever, though. Because
they will always talk about him. Like, Eminem dropping, I ain't gonna. And they always get shocked when he goes number one. Nobody listens to Eminem, and then he's like right at number one.
No.
Nigga try to tell me flat out that Eminem has diamond albums. Nobody listening to that man.
No.
How does that work?
How does that work? Like, seriously, man. Like, what
have you got 5 diamond albums nobody listens to?
2 diamond albums.
You got 5 Universal, all not just in the country. All around.
Worldwide.
Worldwide, he got 5. Yeah.
What's the other ones?
It's all the first 5.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Because 8 Mile, I think, did 10 or 11 million.
8 Mile soundtrack,
Yeah.
It's like, how could you do this? So somebody's listening to this.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's not just white people.
Somebody did this.
You think? Yeah, like, when it comes down, whenever he passes, he will go down as one of the highest selling rappers ever.
For sure.
Highest selling artist, period.
Yeah, he's number.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, highest selling artist, period. Like,
I mean, keep it a buck. He releases one more album like this, he might jump back in my top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my. I think that's something people need to grasp too. Is just because you have favorites today, don't mean 20 years from now it's going to be that.
Oh yeah,
my shit rotates all the time. Yeah. Like, and as it should. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because when you love an art form, evolution should always challenge your thoughts to be like, where does this rank? Because it should be moving forward. It shouldn't stay the same.
Everyone always says M hasn't grown, and I'm like, he had. If you listen to the Eminem show, that showed growth. Encore, that kind of showed growth. Relapse was kind of like recovery was growth. Marshmallow's LP was kind of growth. He wanted to show his growth on Revival.
Encore showed re-up.
Re-up, yeah.
Read up on them pills.
Yeah, I know. But Revival, it was a step. It wasn't a step in the right direction. It was trash all around. But he tried to show. He tried to show growth on that and failed. And then he was like, "I'm just going to go what works," and that's what works. And he should stick with that.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that.
And honestly, Music to Get Murdered By was how Revival should have sounded.
What a title!
Yeah, this is that next step for him. You know what I mean?
Murdered By, and then you hear that fucking Ed Sheeran record. Anyway,
thank God that Netflix documentary didn't have Aaron Hernandez driving up listening to M Music to Get Murdered By, and he puts the gun out the car.
Is that Ed Sheeran record too?
Do you imagine the layers on that?
That's more controversy. That's vintage shady, baby. Anyway,
it's fucking like the Tupac performing.
Yeah,
Tupac performing Hail Mary at the fucking what was it?
The House of Blues.
House of Blues. Yeah. I don't remember seeing that in All Eyes on Me. I was like, no.
Recording Hail Mary as he's recording the first sessions for All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Whole fucking 9 months before he would step foot in the booth and record those sessions.
Well, everyone loves Hail Mary. Anyway, this is episode 166 of the iLLogical Sense podcast. You can always follow us on the Twitter. You can follow me at Mr. Busby 4 lowercase 08. You can follow the Twitter. You can follow the podcast Twitter at TLogicalSP. You can follow us on the Instagram at the iLLogical Sense, and of course on the Facebook.
Give me a hell yeah!
Of course, on all social media, JC No Hats. I decided the playlists for the throwbacks will be back, but they won't be back until February.
Yo, if you're doing an M, holler at your boy.
Well, that's the wonderful thing is I'm now accumulating all the topic ideas and everybody that's basically from the last decade. Of course, now it's all eligible because it's literally been a fucking throwback. So now I'm just kind of going through
throwback.
Yeah,
I know,
just
right?
going through everything. However, the podcast playlist is officially up. So you can get all our favorite songs from last month and then some of the songs this month. And you can blast that.
Yeah.
We got some ideas from playlists moving forward, but you know.
Right now, you're going to hear everything.
We got 2 months worth of music that we, you know.
In a week.
Got in 1 week.
Well, no, I'm talking about December too.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
We didn't do no playlist after December in terms of.
That's why I wish that Fat Joe record would have dropped like this month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Roddy.
Or Roddy.
Or Roddy
Shit.
too. And Roddy and Fat Joe. That would have been a good combination.
Oh my god.
Back weeks, Jesus.
That'd have been amazing.
And like Roddy
That
and
would've
then
been
Fat
amazing.
Joe, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere Eminem.
Yeah,
Eminem, the surprise drops need to work for Eminem now. He needs to do the Beyonce. Thank you for Beyonce for inspiring Eminem. Who would have thought? So yeah, we can talk about Beyonce and her fucking Ivy shit.
Beyonce and Ivy Park.
Yeah, ladies know how to feel how fucking hype beasts feel when they try to fucking order shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mark.
Beyonce Park, Ivy Park.
Booty. Oh
my god.
You know, females really was too though. Questioning her ass, even if it's fake. No, that's a real ass.
I am telling you, watch the first 2 episodes of Hip Hop Evolution. When they get into that bounce music in New Orleans, and then when they get to Lil Jon in the second one, oh, the images. Oh, it just brings up so many good memories.
Give me what I want.
Shit.
Hey, Martine.
Yeah, you can follow me on all my social media at Beats Be Killing Them. Search your digital streaming platforms, Venomous spelled VNMS, and stream my new song, Line in the Sand. That shit is bars.
Hello.
On top of bars.
Stream it.
On top of bars.
He's not rapping as fast as M,
On
but
top of bars, though.
it's enough words for you, Maul.
Yeah. Hey, Maul, you know what I'm saying? If you want to put that shit on the JBP one time for me, you know what I mean? That could be a sleeper.
You're.
Yes, sir. Oh my God! Look at this nigga in a do-rag. This is your boy.
Do-rag him, man.
My God, look at him.
That's legendary.
My God.
You can put that up next to White Jesus. Matter of fact, replace White Jesus with M.
He going to hell.
Man, that's White Jesus. That ain't what Jesus
Hey,
looked
man,
like.
you know what?
I used to grow up
White
thinking.
Jesus.
I used to grow up thinking. Look, there's Jesus and there's Black Jesus. No, it's the other way.
It's the other way.
It's Jesus and then there's White Jesus.
Yeah.
Make Eminem White Jesus.
And on that note, we out.
Bang, bang, Niner Gang.
Peace.
Fuck the Seahawks.